Hey, everybody out there, it is now the 8th hour. And boy, are you shaking your boots. Well, you should be because it is now time for Shifty Sunday broadcast. So sit back, relax, get yourself some snacks because Shifty Sunday starts now. Hey, everybody, welcome to Shifty Sunday. I'm your host with the most that likes spaghetti sauce on his toast, He-Bro77 here, along with good old Sagitarically speaking. Sagi, take it away, brother.
Well, if okay, yeah, I'm gonna take it away. I'm gonna take that crazy ass intro away.
Crazy ass intro. What was so crazy about that?
I mean, everybody and their brother knew you wanted to say the 11th hour, and you go the 8th hour. I mean, well, come on, man.
Right.
If you're gonna mimic or just own it, man. Just own it.
Hey, it is the 8th hour where I'm at. So,
Oh, okay. I see what
uh,
you did there.
yeah. So, besides, I don't want to just straight out copyright.
Well, I mean, if you're going to kind of do it, you might as well all the way do it. That's what I always say.
Well, should I redo it? Start the
No,
show again?
I mean, just remember for future reference.
All
If
right.
if you're thinking about saying it, then just say it. Don't hold back, man.
Yeah. Sounds like a Nike commercial.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah, just do it. All right, brother. Who we have in the house tonight? We got Go Kart Bob.
Go kart Bob. You caught me off guard with that. See?
I did. Yeah, I just started the shout out without saying I was going to shout out. And we have in the studio Eddie Von Kuhn, the real one with a wrench.
Uh huh.
Bone breaking action where Shifty Sunday is real.
Well, I don't really think that's his slogan, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, it's at least part of his slogan.
Oh yeah, part of his slogan.
Part of it. And did I mention in the studio was here as well?
I think you may have no, you haven't meant you did just now.
Oh, okay. Well, in the studio is here, and it's good to see in the studio. Anytime in the studio is in the studio, it's a good time for in the studio because tonight in the studio may very well come into the studio because we're gonna open up phone lines later on, which means we'll send the link into the chat, and anyone can come in and talk about their experiences, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be a great idea. It's been a while since we've gotten some since we've opened up the forum and let some of the people come in and share whatever it is they feel like sharing.
Yeah, you know what? I think Mystique would agree.
I totally agree.
If she was
I
here.
wish that she was here because if she was here, then she could share as well.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. But I'm sure even if she wasn't here, she would share somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. Even if she wasn't, well, she isn't here.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Go Kart Bob said he had a couple crashes today.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like in his go kart?
Well, maybe he didn't. Maybe he's talking about NASCAR or something. I don't know. I noticed today I could not flip through the channels. The more channels I flipped through, the more NASCAR was on. I'm like, what is this NASCAR week?
Were you flipping the channels to the left?
To the left in the circle, yeah.
Yes, that's what you were doing wrong. You gotta when
Mm,
you want to get NASCAR off your TV, you have to change channels to the right.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, you'll
No.
just keep coming right back to where you started from.
I noticed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good advice for anyone flipping their TV channels and doesn't like NASCAR. Like I don't like NASCAR. Not
Uh,
saying that watching NASCAR is wrong. It's just not right.
exactly.
It's not right. Right.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. So anyway, what do we got tonight, man?
Eddie Von Kuhn wants to know if the phone calls will include Jesus and 50-foot lassies.
50-foot lassies. Well, I'll tell you what, if Lassie was 50 feet, she probably would have saved Timmy from the well. However, Timmy was never in the well, so
And he said NASCAR is on right now. You get it? Right now?
right now, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So maybe Eddie Von Kuhn can be one of the people to come on and share his proverbial knowledge of Jesus and 50-foot lassies with us.
yeah, that would be great.
Yes.
F1 at 6 a.m. Indy. Oh, the Indy Formula One. Okay. Formula One, 11 a.m. The NASCAR, 2 p.m. Well, thanks for that information, Go Kart Bob. Whew, if I hadn't have known that.
Yes. Now I am totally up to speed on my um, racing knowledge.
Totally. So how did your week go, man? We never talk about this anymore. We have Shifty Sunday every week, and yet we never talk about our weekly experiences.
Well, I mean, I think maybe you have short-term memory loss because we often speak of our weekly experiences in some manner or another. Now, we don't go into, all the intimate details because honestly, man, I mean, who wants to hear all that, right? I mean, everybody's got their own mundane things that occur, throughout the course of their daily lives. However, from time to time, interesting things do develop. And let me tell you, man, this week, absolutely nothing developed.
not even film,
It just
not even
other
film.
than the heat, my friend. It's been like scorching hot here every day. It's in a I mean, living in a camper or an RV has its pros and cons, my friend. And one of the cons is when it's 97 degrees out, no matter how hard and how fast you run your air conditioner, it's going to be at least 80 degrees inside the camper or the RV, my friend.
I mean, you're basically living in an oven.
Yes, a Dutch oven. Well, maybe it's not Dutch,
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't.
you get the idea.
Yeah, I would say Dutch oven.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but no, seriously, man. I mean, you're. I'm not saying you live in a tin can or anything, but
Well, I have no. I mean, it's a fancy tin can. It's got all the bells and whistles in it. Still, has that new smell in it. And as
yeah,
somebody, I really feel blessed to be where I'm at and living where
yeah.
I'm at. I mean, honestly, I haven't felt this good about my living situation in a long time, and I've lived in some rather nice pads, my friend. However,
However,
the con is when it's 97 degrees outside, it's 80 degrees on the inside, my friend.
well, what you need to do is get you a turkey baster and just base yourself, and you
Mm-hmm.
know till you're nice
Well,
and tender, and then let the
yeah,
coyotes get at you.
yeah, that's true. I do be taking an afternoon shower sometimes too,
Oh yeah.
and a cold shower. I mean, just to cool off.
Well, I used to take cold showers, but for particular different reasons, though.
Oh, really? What are the other reasons for cold showers?
Hmm. Let's see here. Wake you up for one thing.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Fend off loneliness, I guess.
Oh, is that really what it does?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, I'll keep that in mind. All right, maybe I'm going down a rabbit hole I'd rather not traverse.
Yeah, yeah. Let's leave this one at the fence.
Okay, all right. See you later. Inquiring about cold showers
Yeah,
question thingy.
I know. Well, hey, there's been some interesting stuff developing in the world, so to speak. Not a whole lot. I mean, we do have topics to talk about, but not any of those topics.
Oh, really? Well, that sounded rather vivacious. Let's see. What I learned this week is that uh, some cops are cowards, my friend.
Did you say cups?
Cops, policemen, law
Cups?
enforcement officers.
Oh, okay. I thought you said cups for a minute there, and I got confused.
No, some cops are cowards.
Hmm.
Did you hear about the school shooting stuff? Have you been staying up on this stuff?
I have been as much as a person can be that lives in the world, I guess.
Okay, so you're familiar with how they wouldn't let the parents go save their own kids. However, some of the cops went and saved their own kids.
Well, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. And they tased parents that were yelling at them to go in there and save them.
Hmm.
I mean, this is a big. The more I look at, the more I find out about it, the more I can't believe what I'm hearing. Like it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, my friend.
Well, the model's supposed to be protect and serve. Apparently, the only people they serve is their own, and the only people they protect is I don't know, people that pay them.
You know that they're not actually obligated to go save people. If like let's say you're in the house and somebody's got holding a knife to your neck, and they feel like they could get hurt, they don't have to come save you. They can just let the person kill you.
What?
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
in their job requirement to risk their life. Now they can choose to come save you.
well, I'll tell you what. Next time I need my life saved, and someone's got a knife to my throat, I,
Uh,
I'm calling the fire department.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, you're better off to have the means to protect yourself. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
you really
then,
are. In today's day and age, that is what our reality has come to, my
but
friend.
then when you go and protect yourself, you know who gets to go to jail. You do.
That's okay. I'd rather be judged by 12, right? That's the old saying.
Judged by 12, and yeah, I roll the dice, I guess.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, man. You see, the thing is, when someone breaks into your house like that, you're allowed to shoot them in certain states. I don't know how it is with Florida, but I know in most places it's that way. And it's that way in Illinois. However,
However,
uh, if they are just in your yard or they're just around the general area and not actually in your house, and you do shoot them, then you'll be at fault. It'd be your fault, even though you're protecting your own property, even if they have a knife or a gun pulled on you. Did you know that?
well, no, I mean I did, but I mean this is still a good topic of conversation. Let's just pretend like I don't know. So yeah, go ahead and explain it to me.
Well, no, I mean, that's pretty much all the explanation, but I do have a
Oh, okay.
story to tell.
All right.
I was talking to a police officer one day, and he actually said these words. He's like, if someone gets onto your property and you shoot them, make sure you drag them inside your house because
Okay.
the body would have to be inside the house, and then you could say that you shot them while they were in your house. So
Gotcha.
this
So
is the cop telling me, but I have many questions about this.
right.
Many questions. For one, if you're dragging the body into your house, would you not leave a trail? And for two, even if you don't drag the body, let's say you pick it up somehow, put it on your shoulders, then you would have blood all over you. Then how are you going to
Yeah.
explain that? I mean, there's so many questions that could come up in a situation like this, but
Well, the thing is, you invite them in for tea and then kill them, my friend.
you invite them in for tea. Sure. Yeah. I
I'm
think when
sorry. You here to rob me? Well, I tell you what. Let's just talk this. Let's talk through this. I'll go make us some tea. Have a seat. We'll figure it out. You can. I'll show you how to work the remote on my TV. Since it's going to be your TV now. Stuff like that.
yeah, I'm sure that would fly over well. I'll tell you what, though, man. I
Uh,
I was thinking about that as you were saying it, and something came up in my head. It's kind of like you can't invite them in. They're like vampires. If you invite them in, then
uh.
they're allowed to come in.
Well, yeah, but they might come in, but they're not leaving.
Right? I'll tell you what, man, that's probably a good idea. But you know what you do is like you invite them in at gunpoint.
There you go.
Yeah. And then it's just your word against theirs. And if you shoot them and they're dead, they can't say anything. The dead tell
Right.
no tells,
Mm-hmm.
just saying.
Yeah. Yes, I totally agree. But let me tell you something. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't. I
Uh-oh.
don't want to like get emotional or like show these images on the show because I don't think it's appropriate to do so.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going down the rabbit hole of Twitter, and we're talking about the school shooting that happened in Texas, right, where 19 children and 2 teachers were killed.
Mm-hmm.
That morning, they had a um, award ceremony at the school, and a lot of the parents had came around 9:30, 10 in the morning, and to see their kid receive some type of award, like perfect attendance, straight A's, you name it. They were handing out all the awards because it was like second or third or getting close to the last day of school, right?
Yeah.
And so on the Facebook, and Twitter and whatnot, there was lots of pictures of parents with their kids holding this award. Well, then there's a video that was played of when the shooting was taking place of these same parents in the video getting tased and bullied by police when they're yelling at them to go um, in there and handle the situation and stop the active shooter, right? Well,
Yeah.
somebody had taken the time to find the images on Facebook or whatever of the mom with her daughter or whatever sitting on her lap holding her award, and then an image of her mom standing outside, tears running down her face in a panic, screaming at police officers because nobody will help her save her kid.
That's
And
crazy.
it just broke my heart, man. It
Yeah.
broke my heart. I couldn't believe what I was seeing because on the left side of my screen is the mom just hours earlier, so proud of her child, and and then later trying to convince a policeman to go in there and save her child.
See, this kind of what kills me about this whole thing is these award ceremonies. I'm going off little off topic here, but not for long. I'm going to circle back to it. But award ceremonies in school, like when we were in school and we had the award ceremonies, that was an after school thing, or it would be the last thing of the day, and then you'd go home. And
Right,
if that was happening, if that was still happening today, if they would just have their award ceremony, I mean, what's the point of having the rest of school? It's like,
right.
I mean,
Yeah, I did think it was kind of strange that they had it in the morning as well. That
yeah,
isn't like normal. But this is elementary school, and so for whatever reason, they had some type of breakfast thing, and the kids got their
mm,
awards during that. So anyway, it and then okay, so yeah, you know what else? So I'm not even trying to be conspiratorial about it, but what are the odds that it happens the
mhm,
same day?
yeah,
You know? And then what are the odds that just like, I don't know, a month or two earlier, they had a drill at the middle school, not the
oh, did
elementary
they?
school, mind you, but they had an active shooter drill. And the
Mm,
same cops, and you know what? The cops that were in that active shooter drill were the same cops that were standing there. And guess what? They
yeah,
took it off their Facebook page. They
mm,
took it off the images of their drill the week
mm.
before because they realized how stupid they looked because they just had a drill and they didn't know how to react.
That is the craziest thing. Cops not running in to rescue people. That doesn't make sense to me, man. Why do you become a law enforcement officer to begin with if it's not to either to help people?
Right. Well, eventually
I
one guy
mean,
did show up.
I
Event-
know. Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to say one guy did show up. I'm going to I'm gonna send you his picture real quick. I want to give this guy some recognition.
But I do want to say this though. I mean, a lot
All
of
right.
law enforcement officers, and I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them do
Uh-huh.
sign up because they were bullied or hassled some way in school. So they want to get their revenge, and so they get that badge, and then they hide behind that badge and all act all big and tough, and they beat on women and elderly people for the most part, especially women in their 50s and 60s who can't really defend themselves and keep pulling them over and getting them tickets over and over again for basically the same offense. But the minute something like this happens, a school shooting, or if a man pulls up in that car, they're not so tough. So I
Yeah.
just and I'm not blanketing all cops when I say this, by the way, just putting it out there. So I mean, that just tells me that all the I don't know. It just tells me the direction our society is going.
Yeah. No, I agree. I totally agree. But there is one guy, a border patrol agent. He was at it. He was at the barber
Mm.
shop. One of the moms or teachers or somebody that's at the school saying we have an active shooter, right? That knows him and calls him on his cell phone, and he actually grabs. He's sitting in the barber chair, right? And he
Mm-hmm.
grabs the barber's shotgun and drives straight to the school, and ends up being the guy that takes the shooter out.
Oh, is this guy here with the beard?
Yeah, I want to share his image. And then
Uh,
he actually got grazed by a bullet. You see on the top of his head there in another image. But let's show this guy's picture.
let's show this image. Yeah, let me set up the screen share. Let's see here, screen share. You beautiful screen share. Okay, there we go. there's that image. You know, the guy kind of looks like a dark-headed Chuck Norris in a way. Uh oh, I think we lost Sagi there for a second. mm. Yeah, Sagi's gone. So there's that picture. Here, let me share it full screen. There we go. So there's that picture. And let's go ahead and show you what he's talking about, a bullet grazing his head in this next image. There you go. I won't hold the image there for too long though, because YouTube might say something about the blood. I don't know. But there's that. And let's see here. Here's this image. And unless we got Sagi back, I'm going to have to read the what they're saying here. So it says here, the man who stopped the avowed shooter was a member of an elite border patrol technical squad who was off duty and driving in the area when he heard the gunshots ring out. Without hesitation, he ran into the school and put an end to the threat, standing there with his head grazed and a bullet hole in his leg. Badass. Wow. Got grazed in the head and shot in the leg. That is something, dude. Here, let me
Yeah,
take.
I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, what? How about that? Here, I'm going to take this down so you can. I removed it. Maybe that'll help the lag. You there? Crap. Yeah. I went to share something and it shut down Sagi. Didn't know the barbershop. No, I didn't know the barbershop story either. That's kind of cool. So we have some more images there, but I want to wait until Sagi gets his voice back here. We lost him. I need to take a drink of tea. We lost him whenever I was showing the images.
Yeah,
So
no, I'm sorry. I fell out when you brought the images up.
so we saw the bullet graze his head, and apparently he got shot in the leg too. And
Well, I didn't know that part.
yeah, that's the part I read. So what's this? Do you want me to show the next image of them?
The next image is all those cops standing there. You'll notice they all got guns strapped around their chest or whatever, and those are the ones that were standing there, uh, keeping parents from going in, standing around with their thumbs up their butt, so to speak.
So basically, they were tasing and beating the parents while the bad guys were getting away with shooting their kids and the teachers. That's really nice. Really nice.
One 18-year-old kid with two guns, my friend.
Mm-mm-mm. Man. Well, here they are. And I got a question after I show this image.
All right.
Hopefully you don't disappear.
No, I can see this. Yeah, this is this is this is the walk of shame. These guys, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous.
Those are not just little tiny pistols either. They got the big guns. And
Yeah.
they're just standing there.
Yep, just standing there.
Mm-mm.
Their hands in their pockets. You see the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
It is. They're just standing there trying to look cool with their shades on. You know?
Yeah, there's an actual video of them doing it. I don't know if you want to watch it or not.
Well, I don't know if YouTube will probably not.
All right.
Probably YouTube won't. No, I'm saying we probably can watch it.
All right. Well, give me just a second.
Here's the thing. I got a question.
All right.
How come, like, you got all these cops just standing around, not going into a building with a shooter, but yet it takes about 3 police cars to pull me over when I'm getting a speeding ticket? I want to know. 3 cop cars and a sheriff. What's going on? What's going on there? They're brave then. They're brave then, of course. I don't have a gun, so they're brave when they don't face anyone that doesn't have a gun. But we got the video. So are you sending the video? I'm guessing. Ooh, I like our memes. I can't wait to show our memes. All right. So
all right, I put the link in there. I'm pretty sure that's the one. I hope it is anyway.
Wait, what was Go-Kart Bob's joke? He said, okay, bad joke. Bad joke, bad joke. What you gonna do? Nothing, apparently. The cops won't do shit. Okay. Yeah, I know that didn't rhyme.
Bone breaking actor said he didn't know the barber story. And it's funny because they don't cover that on the mainstream news. So that is part of the story that they don't tell you, because they don't want to single this one cop out as being the one cop that had any gumption to make, to stop the thing. They want to just pretend like as the police force unit, they decided as a whole that this was the time they thought that it had become like a hostage situation, is what the police are trying to say. And it hadn't become a hostage situation. It was anything but that. They could have came in there. That shooter sat in there with those kids, picking them off for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally have no words for it, really. But here's that video of the cops being cowards, apparently. So let's watch this. 11 million views. Do they have somebody down? Hold on.
Yeah,
They have someone-
they tased someone's dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bunch of brave guys. Look, there's 3 of them. 3 of them on
Yep.
one guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Hmm. And not only that, they got the big riot gear on, the helmet, the protective padding, all of the all that jazz on. And they're heavily armed, by the way. They're not, like I said, they're not just waving their pistols around.
No.
And it took one guy who didn't have any padding or any of that gear or anything like that. Just a gun, come in there and
One of the moms actually went around that circle of cops, found a way into the school, and saved her 3 children.
well, that's good. Hmm. Okay, yeah.
All right, you can pause it now,
Yeah.
man.
That's what I'm gonna
I'm
do.
gonna send you one more link because I think this is worth seeing.
Okay. All
Now
those
that you got me fired up, I want to
yeah,
show this
all those cops with all that body armor and all
because
those guns.
I know the mainstream media won't show you this.
Oh no, for sure not.
So
And we may get shut down for this. I don't know.
yeah,
But
so go ahead and click on that link I just showed you. And
all
that's the
right.
only reason why I'm showing it because I know how much it affected me. And I think our audience deserves to be able to see this. And I know you won't find it on the mainstream media. So go ahead and
Yeah.
click on that link I just dropped.
All right, I did. And I'm getting ready to share it. Let's see. Yeah.
There's the image I was telling you about. See? Click on the images there at the top. See, that's the mom right there that was in the picture on the left, right there with the shirt on and the jeans with the hole in them.
Yeah.
Now go to the other image. See, that's the same mom just hours earlier with her child who no longer is alive.
Damn. Man.
Now go ahead and get out of that. Like, come back to the main part
Yeah.
of it and scroll down.
Okay. Well, let's see. Oh yeah. Okay.
And scroll down. Keep scrolling. See?
Let's see.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
Oh, you're not in the link. Go back up. Go back up. I'm sorry. I told you wrong.
All right.
You got to get into the thread. Okay, go down just a little bit and I'll watch for it now. On the left there, show more or whatever. See how it's starting to show you some?
Okay. Show more replies or
Yeah, right there. Show replies. All right, now let's scroll down through the thread.
okay.
A little bit more. There's going to be more images.
Oh,
Show more replies right there.
all right. Hold
You
on.
just passed it. Right there.
Where?
Go down a little bit.
All right.
Right there. All right.
Yeah.
Again, award ceremony, and then keep going. See, show more replies. I'm sorry you got to do it this way, but you're going to see more. There's one.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, man?
Yeah. Just
And these police are standing out there telling these parents they can't go in, but they won't go in and do it for themselves until the guy we were just looking at finally shows up, who got up out of his seat at a barber shop and came in and against everybody's orders went ahead and went in with like a group of like 3 or 4 other brave cops and got the guy.
Well, good for them, man. I'll tell you what. Good for them. It's almost unwatchable, man. You can't see that knowing what happened.
I mean, I can't believe it. I mean, I can't. I know if it was my kid and I was in that situation, how I would feel. I mean, whether my child was already had been shot or not, I wouldn't want to just stand. I wouldn't be able to just stand there and with them and be like, no, we're waiting for a SWAT team to show up. What?
No, I'd be going in. I'd take a bullet for my kids.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to drive this into the ground. I mean, once we got started, though, I wanted to share that. You can take it off the screen now.
But yeah, there we go. Yeah, that is a shame, and it is disheartening to see. And I'll tell you what, man, just thank God there was a couple brave men that went in there and did their duty and did what they're supposed to do. I don't care what it says about they're not supposed to or whatever. That's bullshit. You can't tell me that you join that service, you take a certain kind of oath to protect your fellow man, and then to stand around there, like I said, with the body armor and the major equipment and the heavy not heavy artillery, but guns. They had some automatic rifles, looks like there, and that's one guy was in there. You telling me you can't sin? You can't go four or five of you standing around there? No, you got to stand around there and bully the parents instead of going in and doing what you're sworn to do to protect. Because that's what their slogan's supposed to be: serve and protect. And they protected nobody. Except for those 2 or 3 or whatever brave cops there was. Especially the guy that left the barbershop and went in there. Kudos to them, man. Kudos all the way. Thank God for them, and God bless them, you know.
Man, I didn't realize I was on mute. I was just sitting there going, yeah, yeah, real. I was saying things, man. I looked down, I'm on mute.
Yeah, you're muted up the whole time.
I'm like, can he hear me saying, yeah, okay, yeah? And I'm like, I don't think he hears me.
No, I didn't hear you at all, man.
That's all. I'm sorry. But yeah, I totally agree, man. I couldn't agree with you more. It's just a messed up situation. It just goes to show you how messed up, more and more messed up our world is getting every single freaking day. I mean, when I was looking at that stuff, I couldn't believe my eyes. I mean, the fact that there's a school shooting, that in and of itself is tragic, right? As if that's not tragic enough. But then to come to the realization that the police are scared to go in after him. But they're not too scared to tase a dad who's telling them to go in there after him.
Just a bunch of bullies, man. That's all they are, man.
Yep. But yeah, let's move on to the new subject. I think we pretty much drove that one home. It looks like everybody in chat is fixated on NASCAR, which is cool. I can dig it. Yeah. We got let's see. It looks like Carl Edwards is going to win, says Eddie Von Kuhn.
Yeah, I don't know any of these names these guys are throwing out, so
Yeah.
I have no rod and reel in this catfish fight.
Yeah, I mean, me neither, except for whoever drives the Let's Go Brandon car. I like to root for that guy.
Oh, yeah, that guy for sure.
Yeah.
You mean Brandon?
I guess his name's Brandon.
Brandon? Oh, man.
Well, yeah. I think the audience is laughing at us, maybe, at this point.
Probably.
Not necessarily with us, but at us.
Not with us, right? Oh, man. Yeah, no, they're too enthralled into the whole race car thing. I think that was kind of my fault. So blame me for that if you will.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Well, how do you want to do this? I mean, we can just shoot the crap for a few more minutes. We can look at some memes. We can put the link in and see who wants to come in and talk to us. Then
wait,
what do you want? How do you want to do this?
Wait, one more thing I do have somebody that wants to come in and say a word about those cowardly cops.
Okay,
go ahead, man.
Fuck them.
All right, yeah.
There you go.
It's funny because he's in one of our memes.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
Yes.
Okay. Well, he's definitely not a coward, so.
No, he is definitely not. He would have been there, Johnny on the spot.
Yeah. So
you see what I did there, Johnny?
Yeah, John Rambo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So with that in mind, you speak of memes. What do you mean we have memes?
Well, what do you mean? What do I mean? We have some memes.
Well, what do you mean? What do I mean? What do you mean that we have some memes? Hey, man, we have some memes.
Yes, we got some memes. Not a whole bunch, but just a few. I was able to throw something together, with it being Memorial Day weekend and whatnot.
Oh, speaking of Memorial Day weekend, my arch nemesis, the masked YouTuber, has a new video out celebrating Memorial Day. It's the Memorial Day masked YouTuber special, I do believe.
All right. Well, do you want to look at that first, or you want to do the memes and then go over there?
We've already talked it up, man. We better show the memes.
All right. Well, let's do it.
Besides that, I'm playing the "What Do You Mean" meme music.
Oh yeah, I hear that. I thought maybe you had a soap opera on in the background.
Well, I think perhaps there's enough soap operas going on in our life.
I know, right?
Yeah. So, with that being said, without any further ado, it's French,
Oh yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
Oui.
So here is this week's "What Do You Mean" memes. Is that a meme? I guess that is a meme. All right, here we go.
And I use the term meme loosely around here.
I noticed. Yeah, some of them are not actual memes, but they're thought-provoking pieces, if you will.
Yes. You see the sign here, Dr. A. Hedget. Yeah. Warning to whoever keeps adding OG to my door sign. If I catch you, you are dead. Dr. A. Hedgehog.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why people keep doing it.
Okay then. That was cute. That was cute.
Yeah.
Next meme, please.
All right. Got tired of my kid calling out all through the night for drinks. Boom, best $10 I ever spent.
Oh, that's good. Hey, I
Yeah.
need one of those.
Uh-huh.
I need one of those to do the show. I need one strapped to the wall right now.
I know, I bet. You would
Yeah,
have the dribble all down your shirt, trust me.
I probably would. All right, next meme, if you will.
All right. Ma'am, do you know why I'm standing here? There's an active shooter down at the elementary school.
Oh boy. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna get a lot of these in. Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah. Nobody. Applebee's bathrooms. Please don't do ketamine off the koala care changing station.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know, right? Nobody does that, right?
Well, I don't know.
Just let's just say it's probably a good idea to wipe it down thoroughly. Not just because the other kids' remnants might be on there, but other auspicious things may exist on it as well.
Maybe an ounce of Coke on there too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Next meme, please.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. It seems like I've seen this one before, but I couldn't be sure. Any doctor here? I'm a doctor. What's going on? A heart attack. I'm a doctor of philosophy. He's going to die, but did he ever really live?
Yeah, I mean, you get a doctor of philosophy, I guess that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, unless that was her dad, that guy looked too old for her anyway.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, saying she should probably go for that guy.
Well, how did you meet your husband? Well, you see, what happened was he explained to me as my later husband was dying of a heart attack that I had never really experienced life.
She did. That's funny. That's funny. That adds to the meme, see? All right.
Yeah, but homeschool kids are so weird, though.
Not
yeah,
quite
too
sure.
soon. That's a little too soon.
Oh, Sagi.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh man. Whew. Okay. Yeah. Next, please.
All right.
I wish I had smoother skin. I wish I had a stronger core. I wish more people liked me. It's hard for me to open up. I wish I had health care. Oh man. That's cheesy.
Yeah, that's a cheesy one. I admit.
Yeah.
So the one on the top right, that's brie, right?
I think so, yeah, because it's soft, yeah.
Yeah, and then the one in the bottom left is blue cheese. And what do they call those little Pac-Man looking things?
That's blue cow or cow. What is that? Cowbell cheese? Cowbell?
Yeah. I don't ever buy those, but
No.
I know what they are.
Yeah, they're too expensive actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the reason
I guess
know
they're
about
French.
The reason I know about cowbell cheese is because my daughter used to get those all the time. We went to the store, and I hate those things. But yeah, let's move on. What were you saying?
Oh no. Just go ahead.
All right. Oh boy.
Our son called me a bitch this morning. Where's that son of a bitch?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
They have so much fun with that scene and memes.
I noticed Tobey Maguire gets a lot of the memes.
Yeah, that little scene there, you'll see people do stuff with it a lot. But yeah.
All right, here we go. Nurses preparing for a monkeypox pandemic. Well, we talked about the monkeypox pandemic on our show. I forget which. Was that Tuesday night?
I think it was last Sunday. I don't think we've been live since then.
Yeah. Well, my symptoms are going away, but I still do have the strange craving to fling my poop at people. So,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going. I guess, maybe I should get checked out.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Last week it was just having the urge to eat bananas constantly and go. But this week I think I'm okay.
Well, I'm glad you were able to beat it, man.
Yeah.
I would ask you to tell us what you took, but YouTube would shut us down if you started telling us remedies that were actually effective.
Oh yeah, that would be false information, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh no. Hold on. Wait.
All right.
Go ahead. I got to get somebody in here.
All right. Well, at the top you see we have saturated fat. And at the bottom you have trans fat. One of these fats is better than the other, but honestly at this point it's really hard to say. I personally would rather have a issue with the saturated fat myself, but to each their own.
Yeah. Okay, I had to show Heather. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on from that, but that is hilarious.
Yes, that is hilarious.
It's hilarious when I have to go off in another room and interrupt the whole show just to show somebody.
Yes.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'd rather have the saturated. Okay, here we go. Oh. Yeah. I like this. This is good.
I'll let you read it.
Give it back. I was just standing there like...
he wasn't expecting that to happen.
No. I mean, once you take the eye of the tiger, don't you have it for life?
Yeah, I don't think you can something you can just hand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh shit, is that?
That's it. That's the last one.
That's the end of our memes, man.
Yeah.
The end of our what do you mean memes? So what that also means.
But I do have a funny video.
You have a funny video?
Yes, a funny video. Let me grab it real quick.
All right. There goes the end of our meme. So I cut off the theme song. I think a lot of people are having fun with these memes. Is the tiger's a survivor? I guess he's got to be a survivor if he's missing an eye, man. I like burgers. Robin Fontaine says, poor taste, man, on that the kids in the school.
Yeah, sometimes, that was a little too soon. I'll admit to that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I just shared a video. I'm going to grab another one that I think my lame attempt at making up for the other one.
Okay. Wait, what? A funny video. Okay. Got two of them.
Yeah, do the top one first.
All right. Oh my gosh. This is. Oops. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, I enlarged it before I started sharing it. Hold on.
Yeah, make sure you're at the beginning before you bring it up on share screen. Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's like people are just, I mean, ridiculous. It's like they're putting Mr. Potato Head parts on themselves.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean,
Yeah.
On the caption above it, it says it looks like a swollen butthole. I mean, it really,
No.
that's just gross. I mean, I
Yeah.
would run from that. I wouldn't want to kiss her.
No. I'd be afraid she'd swallow my face. Forget about sucking face. She would swallow the whole face.
I know. It's just
Yeah.
disgusting. And then the hot dog thing, I mean, it almost looks real after seeing her, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, the hot dog thing looked like real lips. Oh, that's just, oh man. All
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's enough of that.
Yes, it
But
is.
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty funny. All right, and then the last video. This is my lame attempt of showing something uh that I thought was pretty cool. Let's see. Is this it?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me
This
pause
is
it.
yeah. Rewind it to the beginning there. This is Dad Giraffe meeting his son or
Really?
saying hello to his son. Yeah.
Hmm.
And you can tell the mom giraffe is like, yeah, that's our boy. Yeah, well, let's watch the video.
Oh, wow. He's in prison. Huh. Hmm. He is. He's in prison.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Hey there, little giraffe, Jeffrey Giraffe.
Oh man.
And you see,
Uh,
I guess that's mommy in there with him, I presume. And she's like, yeah, that's our son. You'll see as the camera comes back up. Yeah, yeah, see?
wow.
I just thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, that's kind of cool actually. Oh, and look at that. They're kissing. Proud papa there.
All right, and then one last video, and then we're done.
Uh-oh. One last video. Well, I could share the video, but you won't be here. Hey, there's Bear Lamb. Why am I showing videos of your dogs? Well, Bear Lamb, you'll get a chance to come in here and chat with us as well as the rest of the audience.
All right, yeah, this will be the last one.
All right. And then maybe we'll open up the phone lines after this. Wait a
All right,
second.
the raccoons are basically they realize they've been caught, and they're just trying to seem casual or act normal, however you want to say it.
All right. Am I sharing?
Yeah, go ahead. Press play.
All right. Well, what are you guys doing? They lifted the mask mandates. Look at him.
The one
That's
on the left is hilarious. Like he's standing there, like if I don't move, he won't see me.
right. I didn't do anything. Why did they still look suspicious though?
Yeah, I know, right?
They're coming
They
over
look
the
like they
wall.
would. I mean, he looks like he would have no remorse stealing a Doritos bag from right under your legs.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Kind of wish Fizzy was here to watch that. I think she would like those. But maybe she is here in spirit. Who knows? But that's pretty cool, man. I like those videos and stuff. So at this time, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to acclimate some rules here. Um, we can only host one person at a time, and what we'll do is let you in here. You can tell your story, whatever you want to talk about. It's just
And
like
just
opening the phone.
abide by YouTube's regulations. And if you're not sure, then just don't say it. If you think
Right.
it might break YouTube violations.
And the other thing is when your time is up, well, if someone else gets in and they're backstage, then you have to keep it short. Don't be telling us your life story. Just saying unless your life story is short, and then
Or super interesting. I mean,
yeah. So with that being said, you heard the rules. Now come on in here, you fools. Let's see here. The link. The link, it would be helpful if I had the link, wouldn't it? There we go. All right. First one in is a rotten guess. No, I'm just kidding. No, wait, that's the last one in. So here you go. There's the link. Anyone's free to join. I'd like to see Bear Lamb. We haven't talked to him for a while.
no, any one of them. I like to hear from Bone Breaking Action or In the
Oh yeah.
Studio or Eddie Von Keen. Any one of them.
Well, yeah. Have we ever had Eddie Von King call in?
I think so. I can't say for sure one way or the other, to be honest with you.
I think there's one guy we haven't had call in, and that's Go Kart Bob. I don't think has he.
I think, yeah, we've talked to him before. I remember talking
Have
to
we?
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So I don't know. Be interesting to see who gets in here.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
And hopefully at least one of them show up.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I wonder where Philo Fire is.
You know what? That's the thing. We haven't talked about her tonight. She doesn't show up unless you talk about her, and then
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah. So, and here's our first customer for tonight, Mr. Bear Lamb. Oh, the other rule is you got to have your camera off because poor old Sagi here, he'll lag.
Yeah, I'll be lagging and slagging, my friend.
Yeah. So here you go. Good old Bear Lamb. Come on in, brother.
Hang on. I gotta turn my camera off.
Oh no.
Hang on. There we go.
There
That's
we
better.
go.
I'm okay. You're good. But yeah, how you doing there? Do you go by Bear Lamb now, or do you
No.
still use Lothar? How should
No.
we refer to you, my friend?
It's Lothar. Or yeah, it's Lothar. It's always been Lothar. Bear Lamb is my second backup channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were like doing a witness protection program.
No. What happened was, I'll explain the whole story. I used to be Lothar 900, right? And what happened was I got hacked big time. Okay, so my whole YouTube platform had probably 30,000 different videos on it. okay, and I didn't know who they belonged to. Nothing like I don't know how I even got hacked. So my whole platform got taken down. So I couldn't go back to that platform or that name. So luckily I had a backup channel, and I got this. And now I just do Winnipeg history videos.
What kind of videos?
Well, videos about history about my city of Winnipeg.
Oh, Winnipeg, the city, the history of Winnipeg videos.
Yeah. I do all
Interesting.
those. Yeah.
So, what would be a significant historical tidbit of knowledge about Winnipeg that we don't know that we would like to know?
We were the first city to have 2 independent streetcar services right next to each other on the same street.
Were they competing businesses?
No, what happened was our streetcars were ran by horses at one time. So like the horses used to pull the streetcars. And what happened was there's a guy named Albert. He pretty much made it electrical streetcars. The problem is the city outbid him through a different company. So he was running a horse-drawn carriage transportation system, and then the city went with someone else, but they put the tracks next to his, and they were electric.
Interesting. Yeah. So are either one of them still operational?
No, none.
Oh, okay, so
and then we're the only city in North America would had cobbles, like you've heard of cobblestone roads.
Yeah,
we're the only one in the world would had wooden cobblestone, wooden street. Yeah, they're all made of wood.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're wood. Today. They're not cobblestone. They're cobblewood.
Cobblewood, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's like Sherlock Holmes times.
Yeah, but you see that when you went to prison here, they had to put you to work, and because we have a problem in the city is mud. And we have a very big mud problem. So they had to think of a system very fast because they couldn't get gravel roads. It was too dusty. They couldn't get real cobblestones because they were too expensive. So they had prisoners saw wood all day. And they put square blocks throughout the whole city streets. So if you can go around today, if you pull up the old streets, they're still wooden streets. Wow. It's funny.
That's cool. We have brick roads. We have a few brick roads left, and we're the only sort of neighborhood that still has the old brick roads.
Mm-hmm.
But they're starting to deteriorate, and unfortunately, I think they're getting ready to pave over them.
Well, I remember when I was living in Germany, they still have a lot of cobblestones, like the real stone roads, and I walked on a road that it was, I think, over 2,400 years old.
Huh.
Built by the Romans. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Built by the Romans. And it was going through a town, and cars can't touch it. That's how good the road was built. So it depends where you are, right? So the main thing is you could still call me Lothar or Bear Lamb. I don't care. But you know what I mean? I don't want to even. The problem is with YouTube is if you make a wrong video or you want to say something what's on your mind, bad platform to do it. So
yeah,
it's just something where I do on a different platform because it's just.
Let me ask you this: Are you still TikToking?
No, I got thrown off of TikTok 4 times.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened there? Were you?
I sort of made videos about our,
COVID?
No. I made videos about our prime minister.
Ah.
And as we live in a different society up here, we have no freedom. So it's more or less, Castro is running the show. So.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I've been busy otherwise. So it's like I didn't really have time to make all these videos because I'm working in this building. I'm on holidays now for the last 2 weeks, but I've been remodeling apartments for since last year.
Wow. Yeah, I know it's been a long time since we've had you on, man. We used to do shows together, if you recall.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I got a question for you. Do you still follow the Mandela effect? Are you active in the
Yes,
Mandela effect community?
I found a bunch of new ones.
Really?
Well, that's what we're here for, my friend.
And,
Share on.
I sent them to Dan, but I didn't know his mother passed away.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did have a show the other day.
Yeah, I
And-
saw that. He was on by himself.
Yeah, and then explaining everything and everything else, and so on and so on. The Publishers Clearinghouse one, Johnny Carson actually had the Pope on.
Mm-hmm.
Like
As the what?
The fake Pope, like a fake Pope, Pope John Paul.
Uh-huh.
And he comes knocking on the door, and he has a Publishers Clearinghouse envelope on the Johnny Carson show.
Okay.
And
Now, I've
there's
seen
actually-
the Johnny Carson when he went on David Letterman and brought the check to David Letterman.
Yeah, and this one here is the Pope coming to Johnny Carson's show, and he's knocking and he's holding a Publishers Clearinghouse envelope. So it's like there is something there. You know
Yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
Okay.
Associating Publishers Clearinghouse with showing up with large envelopes.
Yeah. And then the things what are missing. So I did a whole research thing about things that are missing. There are certain vitamins missing off the market. I talked to this woman about vitamins. She goes, I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to give me ZB3 vitamins. I go, what the heck is that? I've never heard of that before. I look for it. I can't find it.
Huh.
And it's like, I said, that's a Mandela effect. I've never heard of ZB3 vitamin.
No, but I do remember there was children's vitamins besides Flintstone.
Yeah, but not these.
Yeah,
These were
with
like
zinc?
regular vitamins.
Would that be like zinc?
No.
No?
Z, like the letter Z or Z.
Well, yeah.
B, threes. That's what they and and then other people talking about people who have passed away and they didn't know they passed away, and the people who are still alive because they're shocked. You know, like there's a bunch of those.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the movie Independence Day?
Yeah.
You remember how many buildings were blown up by the aliens?
Or better yet, can how many like world things did they show getting destroyed besides the White House, if any?
I can't remember because I've only seen glimpses of that whole movie because I don't watch movies. So I'm not good at movie trivia or anything like that. I remember watching it. And I don't like Will Smith. I've never liked Will Smith, so I'm not a fan of that person because I know he has a bad attitude. So.
Get Will Smith's name out your motherfucking mouth.
Well, okay. Here's the situation. The biggest thing right now. What's on the news right now, or like on YouTube? Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Now I'll explain the whole thing to you in a matter of seconds. This is a fan who fell in love with her movie star boyfriend. Okay. And she couldn't handle him because he is a drunk and he's a huge drug taker, and a lot of people don't care about that. Like they don't care about the dark side about Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Right. They like Jack Sparrow in the movie. They don't just necessarily want to live with them.
Right. So what happens is people are all freaked out. They're like, Johnny Depp, good for him. Yeah, but you don't have to live with a drunk, and you don't have to live with a drug addict who's violent. Okay? And then people get scared of, she's making things up and blah, blah, blah. Go live with a drunk first before you say anything about, her testimony. I was watching her testimony. And people, she's acting this. No, go live with Johnny Depp. Go live with him. That's why his first wife left him, because he was a drunk. You know what I mean? So people jump too close to conclusions. They pick sides too quickly. And the jury might, I don't know what the jury's going to do, but
I think the biggest thing against her was the fact that she shit in his bed. I mean,
this is the whole thing. You know when you shit in bed? When you're drunk.
Yeah, true.
If you drink okay, you will crap the bed. I guarantee that was his shit, not hers. Women don't shit in the bed, dude.
But I mean, if you take anybody's personal life and all the stuff that really happens, and between people in a couple in a relationship, and you air their dirt on live TV, I mean, it's easy to cast judgment and point fingers and say, "Oh my God, I can't believe that!
Yeah, but
Like
that's
he is such an
America.
asshole, or she's so mean." But
Yeah,
the truth of the matter is, people are behind. When they're living together, shit happens.
yeah, that's the American way, though. You
Yep.
understand? That's why I don't watch that devil box called the TV. Okay, and I always say that when you watch that, they only can put out their stuff they want you. They're brainwashing you, and you don't even know it. And like I know people right now, the only channel what's on is CNN.
You know
That's
how
all
many
they want.
minutes of the Johnny Depp trial I've watched? 0.
I've watched pretty much everything on. Let's see, I've watched it on two different YouTube channels. One was Viva Fry. That's a Canadian guy from a lawyer, and he pointed out a lot of things because Canadian courts are a little bit different than American courts because we don't have televised courts in our country. They're not allowed.
Okay.
They're not allowed. It's against the law. But there's a lot of people who are lawyers who've pointed out certain things about his testimony and his witnesses, and certain things about now on her testimony, what's coming out. The jury, I look at the jury because it's not up to us. The jury got picked for that job, not us. We were not allowed to judge. That's what the jury.
Now, on one hand, you're telling us not to watch TV, that it's evil and it brainwash you, and on the other hand, you're breaking it down for it.
No, I have to break it. No, because this is not really TV. This is not made up. This is not fictional. This is a real
Gotcha.
trial.
All right. I just couldn't help but see the fallacy in what we're doing here. We're falling into the weeds that we're proclaiming are dangerous here.
Yeah, but that's here. This is, if you want to say this is fallacy, right? Like, look at the state of Florida. Okay, they did a lot when they did a lockdown. A lot of people who had a lot of money, especially the rich people, they lost a lot of money. They became poor due to this epidemic because people weren't bringing in rents. The tourists weren't there. Now, if someone said to you, Sagi, who lives in that state, that wasn't true, you live in that state, how many people come down to Florida for a holiday.
Oh, yeah.
And if someone said, you know what, Florida's been busy for the last 10 years, it's like, well, that's a lie, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do know that there are like a lot of small business restaurants and that were affected, but the main corporate chains like Applebee's, Hooters, those kind of places, they were fine. But yeah, the mom and pops type places, they really struggled.
But a lot of people there, this is how apartment buildings are bought. Like, I know owners of apartment buildings there, because people weren't bringing in any rent due to the epidemic, that they lost out on a lot of money because they still have to pay their bills. They still have to pay their taxes. So
yeah, I didn't understand that, how they kept trying to extend that moratorium where people didn't have to pay rent. On one hand, I get it, but somebody still has to pay the mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
The mortgage doesn't pay itself unless their government's willing to pay. What they should have done, instead of a moratorium, they should have came out with rent vouchers where the landlord could take that voucher, present it to his bank, and the bank could present it to the government, and whatever that amount is, the government paid it for.
You're mixing something up because you're mixing up government with free society of the banking. So, like, when a banking is an independent unit, it's not run by any government in the world. So, hypothetically, if I gave you, Sagi, a $20 million loan to go buy an apartment building, okay? So what they do is that's considered a cap 7 or a cap 5. Depends how much interest rate you're charging you. And what happens is, people pay you rent, right? That's how you pay your mortgage back. And you can also live off of the extras, but you have maintenance fees, you have staff fees, all this other stuff till you pay off
Right.
that mortgage. Now, if there's no money coming in, you still have to pay the mortgage. You still have to
Exactly.
pay the
That's what I'm
taxes, right?
saying.
Yeah.
So
Well,
the mortgage has to be paid to the bank, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. The landlord would then turn that voucher, hand it to his bank, and then the bank would be able to use take the voucher and whatever the amount is
The
due.
only places in Florida that got a documented statements were veterans and people on social assistance, so people on welfare.
Right.
Those,
But I mean, I'm
those,
saying that would have been a better way of handling it than the way that they did, because ultimately all you're doing is putting the you're taking one person out of the vice and putting someone else's head in it, but you're not removing the
right.
vice.
Yeah, and that's what happens is the rich are actually not rich; they're just borrowing from the bank. Okay, so pretty much they live off banks and credit cards off the first place. This is why you ever heard of the term "the rich get richer"? Like you've all heard that term, even the people in the chat room.
No,
Like
never heard that before.
that. Okay,
First
well,
time.
this is the reason why, because the rich get richer because they live off of banks. So they all they're living off is bank loans.
Like near the river, like along the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I with you.
Well, okay. Sergi, where are you in Florida?
No, I'm just messing with you, man. I know
Where
what
do you
you're
live
talking
in
about.
Florida? You live like near Tampa, right?
Yes, very close to Tampa.
Okay. So there's a guy, a famous YouTuber. He goes onto YouTube and he's like a property owner. He owns like over 1,000 different properties in Florida. And this guy had to downsize. He was renting a house for like, I think $25,000 a month. And he had to downsize to another house because that's how much money they're not making anymore.
Yeah, Tampa actually is one of the highest rent places in the whole state of Florida, and Florida has one of the highest rent in the entire country. So I like the cheapest rent you can find here. A 1-bedroom studio apartment is like at least almost $1,400 to $2,000.
Wow. Do you know how much I charge here for a 2-bedroom apartment?
I'm going to guess $700 to $800.
I charge $875, everything included. That includes cable TV, hydroelectric, your heating, also a free parking stall, and a storage facility. And this includes water, appliances, air conditioning, and how do you like that price?
Exactly, and that's why I came up with the living arrangement that I am doing, because I can rent a lot out here in the country with everything included. I get well water, I got electric, I got a septic sewer, and I'm living in a nice camper, and I'm only paying like $600 to $700 a month for everything that I got.
Not bad. Not bad. And you're in Florida, it's warm.
Yep.
You don't have to deal with minus 40 cold. We had snow May 1st here still. We got hit with a snowstorm May 1st here. We had like 2 feet of snow.
Oh wow, can't imagine.
Yeah.
But He-Bro, you were telling us Mandela effects. Was there any other good ones that you were going to mention before we interrupted you?
I mean, no, I was just talking about the Independence Day movie one.
No, I meant Lothar.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. There's okay. You know the men's deodorant called Axe.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay. That whole symbol, how they have their logo, has changed completely. It's like it doesn't look proper. It doesn't look how it first came out. And that was one. That was a really strange one because I don't remember it looking like that. And then someone sent me a picture that, hey, didn't it look like this with a bigger A? And I go, yeah, that's how it used to look like. Because someone photoshopped it, how they remember it. That was one.
All right.
Okay, here's the strange thing. Things what people don't remember can't be, you've heard of soap on a rope?
Yeah, I used to get it for my dad for Father's Day.
Yeah, okay. People don't remember it now.
What do you mean they don't remember it?
It's like a rotary telephone. They don't exist anymore. You can never find soap on a rope anymore. You tell your kids, hey, go get me that soap on a rope for Father's Day.
Yeah.
They go, what? Soap on a rope? Is that like blinker fluid?
I saw one at Bed Bath and Beyond way back in like 2002, 2003, when I went into a Bed Bath and Beyond, and they were still kind of a new thing. And I thought it was strange that I found one because I hadn't seen one in so long, since I was a kid. So I made note of it. But you know what? Since then, I haven't heard of it. Like I don't. I mean, I don't know. I haven't done an internet search for it. Like if you can buy it even off Amazon or anything
You
like
could
that.
probably find it, but it's probably one of those rare things no one buys anymore.
I think if you do a YouTube search for one of the comedians, they talk about a joke about soap and a rope, the perfect gift for prisoners, something like that.
You can hang yourself like Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah.
Well, that way you never have to bend down to pick it up either. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But it also can be used as a weapon, right? So that's what you can't use it for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would know about the soap and the sock thing in jail. I've heard of that.
The soap and the sock things in the military also.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's another one. But it depends. Like me and another person on another channel, on another platform, talked about certain Mandela effects on his side. And there was a bunch of stuff that kind of made it kind of weird because we sort of got into the spiritual thing about it too, like paranormal stuff also was kind of strange. And this is what he does. He works with the paranormal.
Oh, that's pretty cool that you mentioned that. I was talking about that today with somebody.
Okay, and then we were talking about it, and then he's got one where he was talking to a spirit in a building, and the spirit, he showed me the video that they were talking about. The spirit talked about the Mandela effect.
I got a theory. I haven't even run it past He-Bro yet. I'm still kind of figuring out all the details of it, but I'm not saying CERN is necessarily to blame for the Mandela effect. However, let's just pretend for a minute that they do have something to do with it. They have recently started firing up the Large Hadron Colliders again. So there's a good possibility that we will start to see, or things will become altered once again. More shiftiness may occur, if you will. But I'm thinking that maybe they've made improvements. Like you have your beta, then you have your 2.0 or 1.4 or 1.1 or whatever. You know how they fix bugs along the way, and I'm thinking that maybe the first couple trial runs of those hadron colliders, the Mandela effects happened that we could easily notice, remember. Or some people, they say there's three kinds of people. There's those who can see, there's those that can see when shown, and there's ones that will never see.
I did some more research on the Hadron Collider in Switzerland. I did a lot of research about it. They can't even get the goddamn thing working properly.
Yeah, but hear me out though. Here I have my theory. Let's just pretend that A, it was the CERN thing, or B, it was something else totally unrelated. Okay. But let's assume the first one was beta. All right, I'm thinking that the new and improved effect, whatever's happening now, they've got it to a point where it's harder for us to remember. It's harder for us to take notice of the reality shift that occurred. That there probably still are traces or remnants that get left behind, either A, in our residual memory, or B, in the form of a residue, from, especially in pulp culture type references, tattoos, drawings, things of that nature. But I think that they're becoming harder and harder for us to recall. So to be able to continue to get new obvious Mandela effects that everybody is collectively on board with, is going to become a rarer and rarer occurrence. Do you think that there may be some truth to that?
Maybe, maybe not. I'm not 100% sure, but you have to realize that the planet Earth is a hadron collider because we go around a star. Okay, so when we go around that star, we're doing the same thing they're doing, but in a smaller version of that. There's always been these colliders around the planet. They've been different shapes and everything like that. And what they're doing is they're shooting atom particles together, and they're trying to take pictures of the explosions of it. I can understand people don't understand the science behind it, but it's the same science as us going around the Earth. Could this be something higher above? What I'm thinking now, the Mandela effect changes come from us traveling to space and time. Because when we were talking about this, we're all made out of electric, if you really look at it, right? Like we have this electric in our system. Like this is why people think the spirits can still linger, and there's no such thing as time. Time is an invention of man. Okay, so a lot of scientists believe that when the Earth and the Moon circle the Sun, it's the same effect as a hydrogen collider when it bangs together. Because each time
Except for it's not happening at a speed sufficient enough to crush atoms.
No and yes, because the sun's particles do that at the same effect as the hydrogen collider does. So they're using that sun is the natural form. If you look at the sun, we had a solar storm. What was it about in March 13th or 14th? We had a huge solar storm heading towards Earth, and it just bounced off of Earth. You know what I mean? It just went around its hemisphere, and we had northern lights and stuff like that. Nothing really happened. Okay, but that's the same.
Or did it? And we just didn't. We shifted our reality, and we're unbeknownst to us, something did happen. I mean, but, I welcome your theory, but as much as I'll welcome any other theory, but
it's not my theory though. It's Albert Einstein's theory.
Well, it's still a theory. I welcome all theories, is what I'm getting at.
Well, here's my great grandfather, Christian Wolff, was a famous German philosopher and a mathematician in Germany, and he actually has a mountain on the moon named after him. I don't know what that is, but that's what they gave him a placard at a university for it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because of the science of math.
I mean, not everybody can boast they have a mountain on the moon named after them.
Yeah, and that was one of my great grandfathers. Now, can I be as smart as my great grandfather? I don't think so, because supposedly he was one of the smartest men at the time.
I'd say you might not be the smartest man in the universe, but you got a rather high IQ there.
This was in the 1700s, like early 1700s. My grandfather, he studied all this stuff. He's and made sure this guy if you look it up on the internet, if you're going to type in Christian Wolff, it's with 2 F's on Wolf. And there is probably the stuff. I'm still reading a part of his journal that is 10,000 pages long. I'm at page 2,000.
Man, that is longer than any graphic novel.
And it's a
I've ever
boring
read.
read if you got dyslexia. I tell you that, because
Is it in print? Like, is it like he wrote it out himself in his handwriting, or is it typed?
it's typed. It's typed in a
Okay,
journal.
all right.
Now, even his theories about the earth and the spiritual world are linked together, because he puts God and the belief of Jesus. He's also the person who sort of invented the Anglican Church.
Oh,
Okay, so my great grandfather sort of had the Anglican Church made because of him. So you had Catholics, Lutherans, and then the Anglican Church came after that in the 1700s. Okay, so there's he wanted to put God and science together. And this is why people didn't really like him from the church, and scientists didn't like him either.
Well, I mean, there are times when religion and science do kind of agree, but there's also times when they totally disagree. And more often than not, it's hard to find a person who's made their living in science who's super religious, and then it's hard to find people who are devout in their faith and also.
Yeah, and this is where
I mean, it's a rare combination. I mean, Jordan Peterson's about the only person that stands out in my mind as like a recent living example of somebody who's kind of crossed that threshold.
Jordan Peterson is such a good professor and actually doctor for anything, but he's really precise when it comes to how you should not run your life, but how you should maybe suggest how you should run your life. But if you go into like a different, like a theory is not just a theory if it's a documented theory from like 200 years ago. 200 years ago, they didn't have satellites. So why is my grandfather talking about the Big Bang Theory?
I have to really be totally 100% convinced that they have them today, in the way that they would have us believe that they exist.
Well, they have them today. They have them today.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, now that you've told me, I've changed my whole point of view. Thanks, bud.
Well,
no, I mean, there's evidence that's been brought to my attention that you're hard pressed to find an actual photograph of a actual satellite, especially one in space. Now you can find an animated version of one or a diagram of one.
I don't believe in animated or anything. I do believe there's satellites. I see them all the time, especially when they fly over at night. So
yes,
I do see them.
Yes, but if there's as many as they say that there is, that's all you should see in the sky. Not an occasional one flying over.
Because you're thinking in a small contents, not a big contents. See, Florida is a big state, but if you come to my province, it's much bigger than Florida. And
it's a lot easier to see space from Canada than it is from Florida. I would definitely digress to that.
Because of the lights, because there's a light effect. I don't understand that.
And the atmospheric effect, too, because the atmosphere is a lot cleaner up there.
Yeah. And you know what? If there's people who believe in the flat Earth theory, go ahead. I don't believe in it.
I'm not even talking about flat Earth right now. I'm just talking about space.
Okay, but
and satellites. I mean, I think that they do have things that float up high in the lower Earth orbit. I'm not saying that they don't.
I understand that, but space is so big that human minds can't even comprehend how big it is.
Well, yeah, I would agree with that statement.
Okay, it's like, okay, we have we have Earth, we have our planets, then we have the solar system. Then there's the galaxy, and there's other solar systems in that galaxy. We're not alone. Do you know what I mean? We're not alone. It's impossible to be alone. It's way too big. It's massive. So a big
again, that's where science and religion collide. I mean,
correct,
because I mean, if you believe in the Bible, then we are God's creation. You know, we are.
If you read the Bible, I was going to mention this if Armor Up was here. In the beginning, right? God created all the universe, blah blah blah, and whatever. and repopulated the earth. What do you mean? What does that mean? Repopulated the earth. He repopulated. When you repopulate something, that means there was something here before. And
Yeah, I mean, can you quote the exact verse that you're quoting?
Not right now.
Yeah, all right.
The Bible on me.
Repopulate.
I've had 2 Bibles go missing on me. I had 2 Bibles go missing on me in my bedroom.
Really?
Mhm.
Missing.
Yeah. They just disappeared out of thin air.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's something, man. I'll tell you what.
That is a Mandela effect right there. That's what's really strange, because I was going to point out about the wolf will dwell with the lamb, not the lion will. Okay, and can't find it. Gone. Disappeared.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. It's still in that movie, though. If you look up Jesus of Nazareth, it's still in that movie where he says, "The lion shall lay with the lamb." It's in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's odd, because that's a Mandela effect, right?
Well, yeah.
All right, He-Bro, you got anything you want to throw in on this conversation or interject in some way, shape, or form?
I really just one thing about all those people gouging prices over there in Canada, and the fact that they won't let you guys do anything in Canada and you have no freedoms. Well, here's what somebody has to say about that.
Okay.
Fuck them.
So no.
I'm pretty sure if Mystique was here, she would agree with Rambo.
Yeah.
We have no more masks. We don't have to wear a mask anymore.
Well, at least that's
in stores or anything. It's just you could do that on your own, and there's a lot of people who do. There's a lot of people who drive around with masks on and gloves on in their car. You know what I mean? Yeah. They still do it. They walk in a grocery store. I don't wear a mask, but there are people who do. The only thing is you can't fly or take a train without having a vaccine passport or a vaccine thing on your phone. But you could drive across the country. You could drive to the United States without being vaccinated, because I'm still not vaccinated and I'm not going to be. There are people who do travel on ships and stuff like that, who you don't need a vaccine passport. You know,
really?
Yeah. So it depends what province you're in, because Quebec shut down, and they did what was it? They closed. You had to shut down everything at 9 p.m. and open up everything back up at 7 p.m. You
see, I never understood that. Here in America, especially, like you have the all nights Walmarts, and then they cut them down to open till 10 or 11 or something like that, and it's like
that's only certain states. No, because you don't understand. Stop saying America when it's not. America is not all the same. Every state can run themselves, right? And that's the same thing for us. Like if I go to the next province over, there's different rules. Okay, every province has a different rule, like every state. Not every state has the death penalty, right? Like every state is built differently.
That's not where I was getting at, though.
Okay.
I mean, I was trying to say, like, what is the virus has like a time frame or something, or they got to?
I don't know. You know what? There's one thing where I got pissed off with somebody because they mentioned certain things about this, and this, and the lady was contradicting herself, and even the reporters going, you know what? You're overdoing it. This is a woman from Newfoundland, Canada. This is the island province on the East Coast that joined Confederation in 1946. It became Canada in 1946. And there's a Mandela effect about that I didn't know. They used to drive on the other side of the road. That's a Mandela effect, because I'd never even heard of that before, but never mind. But she mentioned about certain things that blah, blah, blah. This is like this. This is like this. And it was like, lady, that's not even true. Like, where are you hearing this from? Because she got screwed up because she didn't understand the whole narrative. So they're putting out a narrative that no one understands. And this is why it's confusing everybody in every single state. This is why every state has a different rule. Right? And it is a narrative.
Well, I mean, yeah. But you know, here's the thing, though.
But go, you know the thing.
The thing is, like,
Did you see the one video with Biden they took down? Oh. It was on Twitter. I got it on a Twitter feed from Viva Fry. And they took it down. They almost canceled this channel because it's just Biden talking to a fucking wall. It's like hilarious. He's just talking to a wall.
Oh,
like,
no.
Like, he's talking to himself at the wall. And they took it down. Everyone banned this video. It's like, it was on for like maybe 30 minutes and it's gone. And I said, he's talking to a wall. He's not talking, and the camera is pointing to him and he's talking to a wall. How crazy is that?
That's about as bad as when he turned to shake someone's hand that wasn't there. I mean, did you see that one?
Yeah, I seen that one too. They took that one down too on a lot of pages too. There's a lot of places they took a lot of stuff down. It didn't make sense. Like, don't get me wrong. We have a guy here. I call him Castro's son.
Yeah.
Who dressed up in Spider-Man underwear and a Winnie the Pooh hoodie. You can find this on the internet. It's hilarious. Just type in Justin Trudeau in Spider-Man underwear. It's the funniest picture I have ever seen in my life. You see, are they like this? Are aliens running the planet and they're putting idiots in charge? Like, is anyone normal anymore? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
It really does seem like the inmates are running the asylum here as of late. I mean, the world has gotten so crazy that you really can't. The next news story that you wake up in the morning and you're afraid to turn on the TV or to check the news because things you think would never be that could possibly happen are happening.
Yeah, but you know what? They'll nitpick on one subject, and I've noticed this. It's like the abortion thing. Okay, here's the thing: abortion has always been allowed if the mother was in danger of the child killing her. It was always allowed. Okay, that's when the doctor can sign off and say, yes, the baby's going to kill the mother. We have to abort the baby. That's always been allowed. All of a sudden, it's been this big term that we're going to cancel abortion, blah, blah, blah. Well, there's actually women who are getting, pregnant 30 times a year and having 30 abortions a year, and they're saying, you know what, this is detrimental to your health.
You think?
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, can you not be a slut for 20 minutes?
I mean, I think honestly there should be a limit. If your medical history shows you've had 17 abortions, you know what, lady? We're going to go ahead and cut the cords, you know?
You just should have your tubes tied, okay? It doesn't really matter. What it is toxic women. I'm sorry to say this if there's women out there, but there's toxic women who... There you go. There's a photo. It's Tigger. Yeah, that's what it is. Tigger. He's in a Tigger hoodie. You might have to zoom down, though.
No, let me scroll down here.
Yeah, scroll down. And this one doesn't have the underwear in it.
No, but at the end of the day, he's just a regular guy. I mean, regular guys do crazy things. And
I've talked to his father. Okay?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
the Spider-Man underwear. Oh, boy.
Okay. I've met his father. I've talked to his father. That is not, and it's not.
And what's with the Spy Kids poster in the background? That's the part that's the cringiest.
Yeah, that makes it weird.
Yeah, it is. You know, and I laugh at this and going, what the hell is going on? It's madness running the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then if I say something weird about it, you know, it just, I don't know why it is like this, but it's.
I would like to hope that he's got a 3-year-old child and they're just playing dress up and doing fun things together, you know?
Yeah, if he has a 3-year-old child, okay, and he's dressed like that, I'm calling Child Family Services.
Yeah, maybe because of the underwear thing, but not because he's wearing a Tigger outfit.
I think there's a time to be silly, and then there's a time to be insanely mad. Okay, I think there's problems from his childhood. His mother is bipolar. Okay, she's known that she did sleep around. This was the 70s when he was born, in the 70s, and let me just say, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, his father, who was prime minister, was best friends with Castro. Okay, Castro was a known womanizer. Okay, guaranteed that he's Castro's kid. I don't care what anyone says. That's no one.
Oh.
See, I don't understand how he got voted in when no one voted for him.
Well, one thing I will say about you, Lothar, is when you've made up your mind, you decide on a thing. You do it with conviction. I mean,
I have to because you know what? No one will believe you.
Yeah, well, it's not that. It's that you won't let your belief system be rattled. But at the same time, you should. I mean, I'm sure you're at least acceptable to, like, if somebody can present enough information to convince you that is convincingly to shake what your prior theory was. You're still open to new information. Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And the one that took the cake was about. I think it was in last September. I was cleaning up the front yard here of the building, and a 400-pound fat lady was on a skateboard naked.
What now? Say what? 400-pound fat lady on a skateboard.
On a skateboard, naked, and I took a picture of it.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
And
I would probably want proof of that. It's like a Bigfoot sighting. If you don't have it photographed, no one's going to believe you. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I can't post this photo anywhere because it's like, okay, it's got nudity on it.
But you could blur out the certain parts.
Here's what happened to me is my thumbnail got taken down. It didn't have nudity in it, but it had shorts like all the way up to the butt crack, and I guess that was sort of what counted as nudity.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what? They'll take anything down now. It doesn't
matter. I
mean, I told you guys that in the beginning. If you talk about certain subjects, what they don't like, if it doesn't fit their narrative, they'll take you down. That's just how it is, and it doesn't matter. Like,
but at the same time, there's nude yoga on YouTube. I mean,
yeah, of course,
yeah.
And there's other stuff too. I've seen other stuff which shouldn't even be on there, and it's on there. Oh yeah, it's in this programming, so it can't be taken down, and blah blah blah, and this and this.
Yeah.
I mixed up a date on a photo I did on my Winnipeg history videos of Bear Lamb. People say, that building wasn't built then. You got the wrong date on there. So people actually say, oh, no, I'm a historian and this has got the wrong date on it.
Well, excuse me.
For one little accident, right? It was only off by a year, whatever. And then someone says, that building never existed here. And it existed. The building has been.
So you were willing to update the information and change the date, I presume.
I didn't do it because it's only one person. But hypothetically, if YouTube came to me and said, "Hey, Lothar, you made a video and that photo has the wrong date on it. You're only off by 1 year, but we might have to cancel your show because it's pretty much."
You're putting out misinformation. Yeah.
You know what? Accidents happen. I'm not gonna be in total detail every single date. Like, I took black and white photos, I changed them into color, I made a video about it. You know what I mean? I make and it's and people right now. I've got over many views on my new channel. I don't care. I only have 33 subscribers. I don't care if I get any more. It's just something to keep something so they don't take me down, because now, if you don't have any videos on your channel,
right,
they might take you down.
Yeah.
Well, so then, don't they need people to watch the videos?
You need at least 5 to 15 people to watch one of your videos, and they want 3 videos. This is coming out in September now. This is their other rules now. They're coming out. Or your
Well,
channel will
shit,
be
it
taken
sounds
down.
like I better be making some videos.
And they only have to be they have to be 5 minutes long, and they could be videos about nothing.
All right. Well, I'll at least make it about something, but
No, you could just take a walk, right? So you could say Sagi's taking a walk in Florida. You know what I mean? And just
yeah, I just might do that, and I'll
You
just
know?
talk my talk while I'm walking. Yeah, that's a
there you
good
go. So
idea.
it's like a
Lothar.
blog. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's something you can do. But but we always have this problem where, oh, no one's following me, and I go, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I donate to a lot of people on YouTube who actually have really good content, who actually deserve it.
So no reason why you've never donated to us.
He doesn't have a donation button.
We don't have really good content, but I totally. I'm just trying to be funny. Go ahead,
Now,
Lothar.
here's the thing. He-Bro does he plays with dolls. Okay? He does like the routine with the wrestlers and stuff like that. Okay, so it's like he's got a really good platform with for people who play with dolls.
Well, you
Again-
gotta have a good platform because otherwise the dolphins will knock you in the water.
Yeah, that's just how it is. But there's other places I'll watch, and they really know how to do YouTube very well. Okay, they're really good at YouTube. So, however they're doing their platform is amazing how they're doing it. And
Gotcha.
then, you know what I mean? It's like, and then they got 500,000 people. And then if you watch them, you can understand why they have 400,000 people, because they're really intelligent to watch their platform. This is why I like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is perfect on Spotify. Thank God he's on Spotify and not YouTube anymore. YouTube struck out. YouTube lost billions of dollars for losing Joe Rogan because he didn't pay him.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, he was a hot
Billions.
commodity.
Billions. They lost billions. They lost $14 billion the first week when Joe Rogan left.
Yeah.
Okay.
He would have never made it through all of the terms and conditions that YouTube would have wanted to put on him, though. So it
No,
actually
because-
worked out good that he left in the long run.
Like
For
he,
his-
still has,
We got
he still has the old videos up there. They haven't taken one video down.
No, but but I mean, you remember how much he went through with some of the doctors he had on and Alex Jones and whatnot. I mean, those videos wouldn't have they wouldn't have made it.
Did
You
you
know.
know they lost over $2 billion losing Alex
I've got-
Jones off of YouTube?
Oh yeah, for sure.
the hell with it. There we go.
They lost a lot of money.
All right, now bone breaking action where live streaming is real.
Oh, hey, what's up? I'm on here right now.
Hey man, what's going on?
Well,
Bone breaking
I
action.
don't know. I
Yeah.
figured I'd chime in so I could change up the pace and dumb things down a little bit or something.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
that Lothar
Please
guy
do.
out of here, man.
I
I'm
figured
just
too. I
kidding.
talked to He-Bro a bunch of times. I figured it'd be cool to tell Sanji hi in real life, real life, you know.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you decided to join us for real.
Yeah, he kind of sounds like you, Saji, when he gets mad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I heard him when he came on the last time.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
glad-
He's your
Yeah,
long
that
lost
one time.
brother.
It might have been that day.
Yeah.
I don't really have nothing important to say or nothing to say at all.
Well, what's
Tell you
going on
the
with your
truth.
channel, man? Anything good?
With
Anything?
my what? With my channel.
Yeah, you got any good events coming up? Anything
I did a
exciting?
video. I probably did a video last night. I put one out last night, a new one.
All right.
Adam Bomb and Randy Orton with iCarly cameos in it.
Oh. Yeah, I saw a thumbnail for that. I have to watch that later.
That stop motion is hard, man. The way I do it with taking all those pictures, you know, like like when you want to do that WrestleMania thing with me and stuff.
Yeah.
That stop motion is a pain in the ass, and I don't even try that hard to do it, you know.
Mhm.
But it brings you out, man.
Yeah.
Balancing things to take a picture, and you know what I mean.
That last video I did was all stop motion. I didn't use my hands at all in that one. So
Which one was that?
Spider-Man and Sagi.
I remember it, but I don't. I pretty much watch them all. I
You
do remember it.
You remember Gumby?
Huh?
Yeah,
You remember
Gumby.
Gumby. Did you know how it took over 6 months to make one episode of Gumby?
Oh
If
yeah,
you
I
did
know.
the same
I
system?
mean, I talked to a lot of stop motion people that try way harder than me. And I've done that before. I did this channel. I did it way better and tried way harder and stuff.
Yeah. Man, I'll tell you what, I do like your stop motion movies, man, though. For real.
Yeah, I didn't know Barrel Lamb was still on here too. I got a couple friends that live in Canada, and Canada is rough with all their bullshit laws and all that.
Yep.
The mandates and all that shit, and charging for water and certain times for electricity and water. All my friends that live there hate it.
Well, it depends where you are. If you're on a well, they don't charge you for water, but the water bills have gone up because we pay water and sewage bills here. So stuff going down the drain, we pay for it also.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's another thing that I was complaining about. Yep.
Yeah, so
I vote for bringing back black and white television.
black and white television.
I grew up with it as a kid. It can come back now.
But I was
I
gonna
don't
say
watch
something
TV. Besides wrestling, I never really watched wrestling, but I haven't watched normal TV for 2 or 3 years now.
Well, that's
Our
awesome.
movie can't watch movies no more.
No.
Once you know about all this crazy crap, you don't even look at that stuff the same. You don't even want to watch it or nothing.
I know. Storylines are bad. No proper storylines. They wrecked a couple of TV shows made up here. It was they made a bunch of Canadian TV shows for the world market. And it's just they screwed them all up because they put today's agenda in something from the 1800s, and it just doesn't work.
Last night I saw on BitChute they got all the new movies and all kinds of movies. You can just watch them for free. I'm seeing all these movies I always wanted to see, but it's I don't care about that stuff no more. I got better things to do with my couple hours than watch some stupid movie.
I'll watch old movies though. I'll watch the old ones. I'll watch The Good and the Bad and the Ugly. Like them. I really like them. They're really well made. They have a really good storyline. You know what I mean? They have heroes. We talked about this on one of He-Bro's shows one time. We have no more heroes. We used to have the Dukes of Hazzard. We used to have the A-Team.
Yeah.
Yeah, or this Rambo stuff tonight. I'm always thinking about Rambo for some reason. I guess because Rambo was a big thing when I was a kid. But the action figures, they don't really have the guns. Some of them have guns, I guess. Maybe I know I bought some Duck Dynasty action figures, and they don't have guns. They got lanterns and whistles and stuff. How stupid,
I
What were you saying? I forgot what the fuck we were even talking about.
Old TV shows.
I try and watch my mouth when I'm on here with you guys. Do you guys even care about all the cussing?
No, not anymore.
I figured you don't really. I mean, I'm not gonna get crazy like I do on my channel, but
Right.
I think we can have 4 or 5 before the algorithm starts to,
I'm not that crazy, but I'm not that crazy either. But I'd still
But
rather
it's not
just
like
keep it
we're
real.
on here trying to beat the algorithm.
Yeah.
We had the Mesh YouTuber on the show. Okay, so I think you're fine.
You know what? I touch on a lot of subjects you're not supposed to do on my channel and stuff. I'm surprised they haven't done nothing with me before.
Really?
I try and do it in a smart way, but I still say some words you're not supposed to say here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the video you made about the thing. I put a comment on it when you were, I think it was something about Fosse.
I don't know.
I can't remember. It was one of your channels. I can't remember which one it was, but it was just like a 30-second, a minute-long video, and you were basically, it was the one where you were doing the biting thing.
The cameo thing that is out there, that Fernando's birthday.
Yeah.
No, that's funny. That's I go on Facebook as a bone breaker and all that, you know, and I pretty much just troll people, you know. But a lot of people think I'm a luchador and all this, and that dude was, I don't know, I know Spanish a little bit, but yeah, that guy asked me, he thought I was a real wrestler and wanted me to wish him a happy birthday and tell everybody I was his friend and safety tips on the pandemic. So I just went there.
Yeah, that one was hilarious, man.
Yeah. Well, it's even better that it was like, you know, that guy was like really asking me for real pandemic tips, you know what I mean? And I told him what I told him. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, it was clever. Well made.
Yeah.
You hid the message just right.
Yeah,
Kind of like how you know how He-Bro makes a message, like, and puts a message in the video, but it's like but doesn't make it like obvious what the message is, but it's unless you know, if you know, then you know, but if you don't know, yeah.
That one was pretty straight up though, because that was just me talking. I don't even care what happens to that channel, you know. I said the pedophile thing and all the things you're not supposed to say on that one. All the truth you're not supposed to say.
Nice.
But straight up. But yeah, my other ones, like I had a jab on the pole match, and I said crazy things on that, and I've done that a lot, you know. I've done the Gonzo. You know, they made Gonzo. You know, they made Gonzo wear a dress in that one episode. You guys know about that?
Yeah.
I've talked smack about that all straight up on my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing that to everything now. Anything that they remake or bring back, they gotta put a rainbow on it now. You know?
Yeah. Well, I'm on here too with Sagi. I was wondering. I didn't even watch BitChute, and I don't. I mean, I didn't want to talk about all this serious stuff coming on here. I kind of wanted to like get you guys away from that because I get scared for you guys sometimes. You know, getting banned or strikes or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen it before, and with Trump, I like Trump. You guys like Trump? I like Trump until like the end when he didn't do nothing for censorship and he rushed that one stuff on us. And then we've all seen him with Epstein before and all that, you know. But recently on BitChute, there's some girl that said Trump touched her, and there's all kinds of stuff like that. And Trump is just as bad as everybody else. Have you seen any of that though?
Yeah.
I've seen it before too, you know, but I was just like, oh, they're just trying to slander him. He's so good, he'd never do nothing like that, you know. But no, he's just as dirty as everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, you can't hold anybody up on a pedestal nowadays. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're in the world of politics. Yeah,
but you know what? The politicians are dirty everywhere. I don't care. Every country, they're dirty. They're just
every single one of them. You know, it sucks.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's not just America. It's everywhere. It's in.
Well, now I'm gonna sound like an idiot, but who's the guy from Florida? That's all great. That
DeSantis,
you know, not going along with this
Rob
shit.
DeSantis, and that's just it. They create a false image of somebody. Well, this will be the guy. This guy is the guy now. But then, you know, he gets voted in and he gets elected. But by the time he runs his course, you find out he wasn't who you thought he was.
Yeah, then he's wearing the Tigger costume too.
Yep, exactly. It's just a way to keep the machine running.
So I don't even want to talk about all this, but we probably can't even talk about all this. But like, it's all up to the people now. So what are we supposed to do about all this?
I mean, basically,
I'm just trying to live week to week. I can't do nothing about all this.
Nothing, because you know what? They're freezing people's bank accounts if you do something.
Exactly.
They don't care.
I know, but we all can't do. This is a good thought I had earlier. What the fuck are we doing? Just like those. Although when we were talking about the police were holding back the parents from going into that school and all that, you know what I mean? Well,
yeah,
we're like,
what do you do? What can you do?
We're the parents getting held down right now. And what are we gonna do? Just stand there and fucking cry about it? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I mean, ultimately, if the people are going to, I mean, there's a whole bunch of us and only so many of them, and we have to take our sovereignty back, our power back. We have to come. But the plan is to keep but they keep us divided. They keep us arguing over
they keep
Democrat
us
or
all divided.
Republican, black or white, rich or poor, this or
Yeah.
that. I mean, they think of so many ways to keep us at each other's
Oh
throats.
yeah, or the race and the sexuality and all that. Yeah, that's all that too.
Well,
You know what I mean?
you
Yep.
remember
So, yeah, right.
Trumpers?
Well, so what do? We don't do nothing. You know?
We
just
have to
keep on
overcome.
sitting
We
here.
have to overcome the separatism and come together as a whole against them. That's how. That's the only way you defeat them. That's Eventually, you go. How did when ancient Rome fell? Somebody had to literally get up there and take out the empire.
Yeah, I don't know. It's bad. Another thing too, I'm sure you guys all heard it. I can't even say it right now. What is it? It's not a blah 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 battle. It's a spiritual battle. This is like a spiritual battle, all kinds, and that's something we can all do.
Yeah, for sure. We all can get right with the Father. That's for sure.
And that's why this is going on, because it ain't like that at all no more. You know what I mean? But maybe it's all supposed to be going down like this. But I don't know. It's a shame. I wish we could all do something about it. You know what I mean?
It does seem like the world is getting crazier and crazier day by day. I definitely agree with you guys there.
Remember, I told you haven't seen anything yet. Wait another couple of years. It changes every
You ain't
5
seen
years.
nothing yet. Ain't that the truth? That's the scariest part about it.
This is enough, and this is enough already. What the hell is wrong with everybody?
Yeah, I mean, if you would have said, in 2019, and time travel to today, immediately you wouldn't even recognize this place, would you?
No, not with all this that's going on.
It ain't over until the fat lady gets off the skateboard naked.
Yeah, and somebody can post a picture of it on the internet.
Yeah,
I'm not going to.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, just put some emojis over the nips and put it up there. Next week on Shifty Sunday.
I can't do it because in Canada you can get sued for plagiarism if you put that up on the internet, because they will find you on your computer. Yeah, because she can make one complaint to like a government official, then she can sue me for $1 million.
Can't you do that whole face thing and make her look like somebody else that don't even exist?
I don't even want to. I don't even want to. That's how strange it is with putting things online now. You remember George Carlin? You're not in the club. You're not in the club. That's the whole thing.
Gotcha. All right, guys. Well, who you got? Anybody else waiting in the background there, He-Bro?
negative.
All right. Well, I'm bleeding. I'm giving it to you. Which way you want to go with this?
Yeah, I'll get going because it's getting late, and I'll talk to you guys later. Nice having me on again. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yes, it's been a pleasure. Well, seriously.
Yeah, no problem. It's Lothar. You can call me Lothar. You know me
All
by
right.
my name. I'm not afraid of my name.
As much as I like to give you a hard time, man, I am glad you came on. You have been one of our best supporters for a long time, and we I don't know. I just want you to know I really do appreciate you.
I don't know, but Sagi, I do a lot of research on a lot of stuff. Like I do
Yeah,
a lot of reading.
I'm sub to his channel. I watch videos here and there.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? It's I do a lot of research on mostly everything, and people get bored really quick about boring material. And that's what the problem is. People don't want. They don't want to. They only want to know about the bad things people do. Where are all the good heroes gone?
But that's what we try to do here, man. We try to bring out. I try to do a significant amount of research. I try to bring things to the forefront that you won't find anywhere else. And so I have an appreciation for that sort of thing. So you know that.
Oh yeah, like I have a separate channel off of this one, and my nephew died of fentanyl drug overdose in November.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I got videos on a different channel. So just for family and stuff like that. I have several channels. I don't really use them. They're just backup channels, just in case this channel gets taken down. for something stupid, you know what I mean? But I don't
Mhm.
post anything stupid. I keep it to a topic, and that's it. So if it's Winnipeg history,
I
it's
got a challenge for you. I want you to do this for me, and then
Okay.
maybe come back on in like a week or two and show me. I went online and I tried to find an actual picture of an actual satellite. Find one for me. I would love for you to do that.
a satellite in space. All you
Just
have to do.
a real satellite
Okay.
that's space ready and or is being launched or is actually a photograph of it in space. Either any of the above.
There are 4 videos on YouTube of the space shuttle releasing satellites into space.
Yes.
There are
Yeah.
pictures of.
Send me the actual link. I want to see it.
Okay, I'll see if I can find it.
All right.
I'll see if I can find it. Or if
All
I
right.
don't, I'll bring it up. I'll hold the photos for you next time I come on, or something like that.
Yes, I really. I mean it sincerely. I'm not gaslighting you. I had the hardest time finding ones that weren't artistic renditions.
What you have to understand is why they don't post these videos or post these satellites is due to it's secrecy laws, okay? Because number one, they don't want this stuff getting out in the public knowledge because of Russia and other countries. Because you have to understand is there is a problem with technology stealing from China and Russia, where they steal technology. So that's why a lot of these photos, they used to have them on there, and a lot of them got taken down. So,
all right.
You know, that's one of the reasons why you can't find. It's like Holocaust photos. They took them down too because they were too graphic.
Right. I hear you, but I would love to. I mean, I looked long and hard, and all I could find was cartoon images.
They're just drawings. Because at drawing, you can't get anything on too graphic.
I mean, I can draw a bridge in Mexico, but would you buy it from me based off of the drawing?
Yeah, if it's a good drawing. I don't know, because I could show you a photo right now, okay, and I can screen share it. And here, just give me a second here, and I'll go to screen share. Screen share, video screen share. I don't think that's it. And then if I screen share it, and you have to tell me if it's on or not. That's a photo of my great grandfather.
He kind of looks like you a little bit.
Yeah, he does. He's got my nose, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just a painting of him.
Right.
Photographs didn't exist, so there's an image of him. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to tell you, because there wasn't cameras invented then. But now we have cameras. But here's the problem: we have also people who steal technology. Okay. So that's what a lot of people don't understand is there is problems with stealing technology, right? That's my great grandfather.
Wow.
And
do you think you could grow a mustache like that?
He's got that mustache because he was wounded in a gas attack. He's blind, and half of his face is burnt. So he's just come back from the front. He was in a gas accident where he lost his vision. So
maybe that's why they made one of the eyes so much larger than the other.
No, that's because he was blind.
Okay.
That's my great grandmother. That would be my great grandmother. Sorry, that's who's related to Christian Wolf because she's an actual wolf. So she had money. They were very wealthy people. So
right.
But I colorized this photo. So now this was a black and white photo, Sagi. Okay, so the original photo doesn't look like that. Hang on. I'll go through here.
That's the original photo, right?
This is the original photo right here, okay? So now technology can make things color, okay, with technology and stuff like that.
Oh, really? It can? I didn't know.
Yeah. So, but you have to understand is people won't tell you how the satellites actually look like because they're considered they're worth millions and billions of dollars to put up there, and they don't want that technology taken and stolen.
Well, I guess, I mean, sure. That
Okay?
I hear what you're saying, but I'm not 100% buying that theory. I think that that you could at least have an image of one without all the technology on it, just so we could see what one looked like.
They do have them, but you want to see them in outer space. That's what you're probably saying.
But no, I would be happy to see one ready for launch.
Well, if they're wrapped up, you know what I mean? They're wrapped up for launch. You won't see them because they're pretty much.
Well, okay, right before wrapping it up for launch, then.
Yeah. Sure, there's photos about that. You can look it up. Satellites being manufactured. You can look that up online.
Yeah, well, again, I mean, I've looked. That's what I'm asking you to do.
Are you going to Google Images?
Man, let me tell you, I've spent at least 2.5, 3, 4, 5 hours one time, 2, 3 second time. I mean, I wanted to see one. I really wanted to. I'm like, there's no way. There's got to be at least one. I couldn't find it. So
Satellites
I mean,
being manufactured.
yeah.
I'm checking.
Right.
I'm checking here.
The
Yeah,
great satellite debate. Sagi versus Lotar.
I have a whole bunch here. Satellites being.
I want to see one. I want to be wrong. I really do. I want to be wrong.
Okay. Give me a second.
I say I don't trust none of it, and who knows what's real and what's not with these pictures, you know? Who knows what's really going on?
And
We'll
the
never
fact
know
that
what's
it's
really
so
going on.
rare, even if you find one, it's going to take, okay, you found one. Yeah,
No,
but
there's many.
that's the point is you should be able to find all kinds of them.
There are. I just typed it in, Sagi. Yeah, I'll screen share it. Give me a second. Okay, I got one right here. If you go to my screen share, that's one.
All right, let's see it.
I can zoom in for you. There's people here. See? There's the satellite.
All right, we're waiting on He-Bro to share your screen again.
Oh, is he? Okay. He-Bro, get out of the fridge. The guy's always in the
Hi,
refrigerator.
Captain. I'm here. I was just getting a
Sandwich?
Coke Zero, and they're not called Coke Zeros anymore. They're called Zero Sugar Coke. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, sure. I'm ready to share your screen.
Okay, go ahead.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
The satellite.
That looks like a drawing to me.
It's not a drawing. That's a satellite, dude. There's people right here.
What do you
That's
guys
not a
think?
drawing.
Bill Bone Break in action, He-Bro, is that a real thing or is it a drawing?
It looks like it's got the same enhancement as those portrait pictures just now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Pixar Video could have made this image.
Oh, there's a whole bunch. Like here, there's more. Like I got seven.
All right,
Even if it was, I mean, that one did look like all computerized, but I mean, even if it wasn't, that don't mean that could have just been made for that photo op to push their little agendas.
That's a satellite being packaged right here. There's satellites. These you might think of a satellite being looking different. I think these are what. That's satellites being built. There's hundreds of satellites in this going here. Here's Sputnik, the first satellite.
Those look
That's
like
a Russian
cartoons
satellite.
to me. I'm just
It's an antenna. That's all it is. They're antennas. We actually have the original copy of Sputnik here in Manitoba at the Museum of Man and Nature. We have the only original copy given to us by Russia. There's another satellite. There's satellite pictures. It's just, you know what I mean? It's hard to take pictures of satellites when they're moving. You know what I mean? It's the clarity is not going to come out on it. So it's different how you put it in and inspective. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
you know, but saying there's no satellites being built when there is, and there's hundreds of photos of them, you know, the manufacturer of satellites, I mean,
Yeah, I lagged out, but I see. I mean, again, if you find some really good, crisp, clear photography images that are convincing, I would love to see them, my friend.
I got some of the moon landing too. There's actually one guy who actually pretty much busts all the fake moon landers on every single photo.
You
He
see,
shows
this is
it,
where
you
you and I agree about the whole moon landing stuff, and this is where me and Sagi always disagree.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't listen. I don't agree with. I agree with Saji's point. I totally agree with his point where there is problems, and I'm going to tell you why. Secrecy is key when it comes to anything to do with the American military and NASA and everything else.
Yeah,
Okay, and a lot of technology was taken from Russia to America, and a lot of technology was taken from America to Russia. Okay, and like there was a lot of secret information that went around, but there are people explaining it, and I've met people who worked at NASA at the time who are now officially retired, and explaining that it's impossible for having 600,000 people who work there to make a big scam like that. He goes, they were testing for years. Do you know what I mean? That's just, you can't just, and people will say, oh, yeah, you know, and there's people who
I saw a documentary that actually said like the green screen technology and stuff like that wasn't even there yet.
No, it wasn't. And you know what? If you look, space is an odyssey. It's like a really odd place to be in. It's not natural for humans to be in space. Okay? Because there's no gravity in space. There'll never be gravity in space. And that's like Elon Musk. He wants to go to Mars. What the hell for? To dirty up that planet? Why don't we fix ours first? How about cure cancer first before going to Mars?
Mhm.
Spending all that money to go to Mars. For what?
Now that I do agree with.
You know, come on. And then, oh, so what? Now you're going to Mars to pollute that planet? We have enough pollution here. I mean, your kids don't even pick up wrappers, and then you want to say save the planet, but you're driving them to school every day. Give me a goddamn break, and then you're picking them up. Kids don't walk to school. You pick them up, or they take a school bus. Let them walk, the little pricks. I mean, save the energy. Don't use gas. Guess what, kid? Walk to school. Start at 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh, it's only 15 miles to school. Have fun. Don't get kidnapped.
Yeah, they
like I said, the world doesn't really care about certain things because they put the kids in charge. They gave the kids a voice. It's called giving people a voice, and their voice is actually destroying whatever they're doing. And it's coming out to people going, well, look, I'm paying, what is it, $6 a gallon for gas. We're paying $8 a gallon for gas up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Walk your ass to school. They're waiting out here at 3. You know, the kids get out at 3:30 here after school, right? They're waiting here at 2:30. They're waiting an hour with the cars running in the wintertime. Well, we're not wasting any gas. We're not saving the environment. They don't care about the environment.
Here's the thing about it. Also, is like.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, I forgot to hit the button, didn't I? Okay, well, never too late.
Go, you know the thing.
So now there was something that went on, I think in one of my areas somewhere close to it, where the kids were demanding. They started all acting like cats, and getting down on all fours and stuff like that, and they were demanding that the schools put in litter boxes in the bathrooms.
Let them. Let them. You know what? Because you know what? That's what I'm trying to tell people. You give these people a voice, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Winnipeg is known to have the first gay pride parade, and it wasn't called gay. It was called gay. It was called the Love Parade. Okay. People who were saying they were gay, they walked on the street. No one did nothing to them. Okay. They said, "Good for you. You're gay. Whatever." No one gave a crap because no one paid attention to them. These people are attention grabbers. They need the attention. And it's just like cat litter boxes. Guess what? I'd bring them cat litter. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'd bring them cat litter. I would say, oh, you know what? I have a cat manufacturer. I make cat litter. You're now I'm sponsoring you. Go poop in the box. Because you're giving attention to these people. I keep on telling them. No one cares about these people in the first place. It's just like you ever see girls with blue hair and like different dark, like not natural hair color, but like the freaky green, and we've all seen them, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not normal. They just want to grab attention from you. So what's their attention? Because they want to talk to you because they're lonely people. But they want to put their point across. And their point across is very liberal. Because they want to be different. And you give them the attention. Don't give the attention. A girl came here asking for an apartment. I'm going, sorry, I'm busy. I just say I'm busy. I've got other shit to do. Because you give them attention, they want to take your whole day talking because their loneliness, they have to be different. It's just like nose rings or jewelry or tattoos on the face. Look at how many tattoos on people. How many people have tattoos on faces?
Yeah,
Why?
I kind of. Yeah.
Why? To grab attention. It's just attention grab. Why you grab it? I don't want your attention. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, here, for instance, this is an interesting story, and this is very interesting. My sister has been drinking her whole life. She's been she calls herself an alcoholic. She pretty much is an alcoholic. On my birthday, she goes, I quit drinking for 8 weeks now. I go, what? You want a medal? It's only been 8 weeks. Call me in a year. It's just they want the attention. I want good work. Do it for a year first, then call me. And then I'll say, good for you. I'm not saying good for you with 8 weeks. People want that attention. They want attention grab, and I don't want attention. I want the opposite of attention. I don't really care. And that's where people they call me negative on it. And it's not negative, because if you look like a clown, I'm going to call you a clown. Right? I don't know how you would see that, He-Bro, but
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I think I'm back, guys.
You're right about
I'm
the
not
whole
sure.
attention thing.
You're
for
back.
sure. And, that's exactly the thing. And even people who are in the gay community, like I have a few gay friends, no big deal.
yeah.
But they are against all of this.
They don't say nothing.
Great stuff.
They don't say anything.
Yeah.
But here's the same thing with that swimmer, okay? On the women's team, who was a male and turned into a female, but still has his penis hanging out fully erect in his bathing suit. But the women don't say nothing about it.
No.
Okay? Where are the women protesting about their feminine rights?
It's because they're afraid to. They're afraid because of the cancel culture. They do.
There's no such thing as cancel culture. You put
But
that in your mind.
There is, and people get canceled.
No. Here's the thing: is cancel culture is only there if you believe in it. It's not there because you give them a voice.
Oh,
Stop
yeah, I
giving these
agree
people a
with
voice,
you
right?
in that regard. But they need to speak up. One of them finally did, but people want to. Nobody wants to put themselves at risk and speak out against it. That's the problem. Even us having this conversation right now was putting He-Bro's channel at risk.
No, it's not. It's not, because I'm just saying, don't give them attention. That's it. If you give someone attention like me, okay, if I don't agree with certain, if you don't agree with my terms, right? You don't have to say, you know what? We'll debate about it and we'll have a discussion about it. But I don't have to adhere to his ideals or his theory of his ideals. It's the same thing. You have a freedom of choice, a freedom of rights, right? So, but I don't have to talk with anybody I don't want to talk to. Right? That's all. I put that at that.
I agree with that. That's the way it should be.
It should be, yes. And the cat litter box, they should have said, okay, we're dumping off 80 tons of cat litter in front of your school. It would have been hilarious. The whole topic would have been over.
Yeah.
Because it makes news. It makes news because we live in this I call idiot world where now the idiots are famous.
It's clown world, man. It's
Clown world. Yeah. And people get scared of it, and it's like, I don't want this. This is, I don't want this. This is not how I grew up. Let them do whatever they want. You just ignore them.
Yeah.
Once you ignore a person, they stop whatever they're doing. My mom used to do that to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, like I'd act like a crazy fool when I was a kid. She'd ignore me, and I'd stop like 3 minutes later because no one was watching me.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
that's
sorry, I
really-
was ignoring you. What did you say?
Okay. Never mind. No, because we did dumb stuff when we were kids. Okay, when we were kids, we did a lot of idiotic stuff. We used to go for bike rides. We used to get into trouble.
Oh yeah, jump
stuff
over
like that.
hills,
Everyone-
stuff like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, and build ramps and everything else. And
Yeah.
we never had no helmet. Play with lawn darts. We didn't care. You know, we
Yeah.
got injured.
We did, didn't we?
You know, we did really dangerous crap.
Oh,
Today,
man.
the cops would be called. They're building a ramp on my front lawn and they're jumping on it. Because that's freedom. No one would care. No one back then. No one gave a damn what we're doing.
I had an idea for a filter. You know how they have all these different filters for your phone where you can look like this or like that or whatever.
Okay.
I had one I was going to call it the Bigfoot filter. And you take a picture of somebody and they have to be off in the distance, like not too close to the phone. And it makes them look like Bigfoot, but it's furry and barely in focus.
I think they got that, Sagi.
Oh, okay. Dang it.
They got that already. I think
Because every single picture you see of Bigfoot, he's barely in the range of vision and he's blurry and slightly out of focus.
Hey, here's a good little story. And I tried just to ignore it for the last several months because I've talked about it with all my neighbors. I've asked several cops. I run a motel and I talk to cops all the time. I've asked cops. I've asked neighbors. I've asked random people when I'm walking with my dog at night. So above me in my neighborhood, I don't know, maybe like in my little neighborhood, there's all these lights in the sky, and they look like a string of lights. You know, like a dot of lights, like a string of lights.
Yeah,
and then it's like an oval. It's like an oval. It's like a vertical popsicle stick, like the outline of the dotted lights, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're always in the sky. They just popped up, and they just stay there. And then the first few months they would just be like stationary, or they'd move so slow, like you'd see them and you go like 2 hours later, and it moved like a few feet in the air, And then they started flying around here and there, like. And they're all over the place. And I tell people, like, look at those lights. And, like, nobody cares about it. You know what I mean? No, I've never seen that before. That is crazy. And then they never think about it again, The cops don't know what it is. I've asked, like, smarter people. It's a plane. That's not a plane. It's not a star. It's, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell's wrong with you guys? And then...
So do you have this on video?
No, so it really sucks, man, because you try and take... I could put some program on my phone, but I want to download my phone with garbage, and as much as I talk about this, I should, because when you take pictures, maybe like you'll see like one little dot light, but you can't like you can't take pictures of it. There's the thing about taking pictures of stars on your phone and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But then one night when all this was going on, I was walking my dog, and I put this to the test like several different nights. I walked like 5 blocks back and forth, up and down, 5 blocks back and forth, and the thing will follow me back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, wow.
And then I've had other times when they follow you. What the hell is that? Anybody ever seen anything like that above their town? Like,
Sort of.
No, but I have heard like if the people who follow the UFO phenomenon, like out in Nevada, like the Skywalker Ranch type stuff, if you go to those types of channels, they do claim that the UFOs make some sort of psychic connection with people who are capable of seeing them or who are being consciously aware of them. So they form some type of psychic connection where when you go out at night and you look for them again, they will present themselves to you once you establish that psychic connection, and or they will start to follow you or move along in accordance with what you're doing. So that is not unheard of as a phenomenon, just so you know.
But I'm not the only one that sees them, and most people see it's a star, it's a plane, and it's totally not. But I mean, out of like 60 people, maybe I've had 3 or 4 people like that are like, "Oh yeah, that's crazy. What is that?" And start wondering about it too.
Right? Yeah, but you apparently have spent a significant amount of like time focusing on.
I drove myself nuts. Like I'll be walking my dog and I'll see it and I'll be like, "Oh, that one's like lower than usual. Maybe if I get close enough, it'll show up on my camera." And then like you get up to it and then it's like I don't know, they'll disappear or start moving a little bit and then vanish. I don't know.
Here's what I
You're
suggest.
making
I
it
mean, if
sound
you
all
really
crazy.
want
Like
to,
you're making
if
it
you
sound
want
all
to,
crazy. Like
if you want to test my theory, start consciously reaching out to them when you see them. Try to communicate with them. See if that has any effect on what
I
happens.
put
I
up
mean,
a photo there, and maybe that's what he's talking about.
is that what it
I
looks
don't know.
like?
I didn't hear Better Lamb. What he said.
I put up a photo. I don't know if that's what you're seeing.
Is that what it looks like?
Hmm.
Because
Bone
it's
breaking?
a stream of lights, and this is UFOs. I don't know where you live, and this is
Oh.
UFOs in Nevada. This was taken in Nevada.
Well, he dropped out somehow.
Oh, did he? Oh,
Yeah, maybe he'll come back in, but
yeah. So that's. See, I find that kind of strange too, right? Because Elon Musk made satellites that go like this also, but this photo is from 1985, and it was caught over Nevada. But like I said, that could be anything, right? Like that could be like a top secret thing, or that could be drones or something. But people are saying this is UFOs. So that could be different, but like I said, I don't know. Like I'm not 100% sure, right? So I'm kind of dumbfounded on certain things when it comes to UFOs because I've seen one before, and when I seen that UFO, it sort of scared me because I was in the downtown core, and I saw a round ball, probably 30 feet round, change from brass to copper to gold to silver, and then rust color, and then back into copper again. And it was flying, it's kind of odd, when you see stuff like that. But
Hey, see that maybe it is aliens. They don't want me telling you guys about this stuff.
yeah,
maybe.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting there thinking. Look, they done took him out. They're like,
Are you
he's
in-
talking about us.
Are you from Nevada or what?
I'm in Colorado.
Oh, okay. That's probably why.
Why? What?
There's a
Well,
lot.
out west is where you see more UFOs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's like some military stuff around here too.
Yeah.
No, I totally don't think it's no UFO. I mean, who knows what it is? I totally don't think it's no
drones.
UFO stuff.
I
So
think
I don't know what it is.
Could be
A
drones.
drone would be a good explanation, but I think that it's way bigger than any drone. And I mean, why would there be
They
like
got
80
drones.
of
They
them
got
every
drones
night
right
for
now.
months and months?
I know, but they got drones now. They're over 12 feet in length. So,
And so, I mean, so be all logical. It probably is drones, but wait, I mean, and there's this military stuff around here. So let's say it's these military drones. Even that a good explanation like that. How come nobody's worried about what are they doing? Why are they up there? Why is there so many?
Yeah. Well, I
months and
challenge
months
you to
and
try to
months.
capture it any way you can, then whatever technology you have available at your means, and then provide us something. Come back on and show us what.
You know what? I'll do that. I've done that before, and I always delete it and stuff. But now that I got that other channel, that Son of Bone Breaking Action channel, this week I'll take some pictures and some videos and put it up there, and then I'll tell you guys it's up there somehow.
All right, cool.
Because, like I said, I know I just showed a photo to them, and this photo was from 1985, and it was over Nevada, outside of Las Vegas, and it was a stream of lights in the sky, and it was there for close to 10 hours during the night. So people took many photos of it. There's like a huge.
Are you?
So.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's just a huge following. You can look it up on the internet. Just stream of lights in the sky.
Are you familiar? You guys familiar with the MRBBB3 channel or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm not.
BBA? Are you familiar with it?
No.
Look it up. MRBBB3 or something like. If you type that in, you'll find it. He accepts. If you get footage, he'll put it on his channel, and then he'll reference your channel as the finder of it or whatever.
Yeah.
But he has a huge following, and he's always looking for stuff like that.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, like I said, I just try to ignore it because it'll drive me crazy if I start thinking about it. I'll start going out there and looking and walking the dog around and be like, oh, maybe I can see this one better. And you know what I mean? And then I'll just go on for like a couple hours. So I just try to ignore it nowadays. But yeah, I'll do some pictures and throw them up on that page.
I would love to live out west and be able to see stuff like that.
Is this the guy?
No, that's somebody. Oh yeah, that's him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, MRMBB333. Yep, that's a.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so there you have it. You go look it up and get on there, and it'd be pretty cool if you had those. If you had that.
And like I said, if you're looking for like UFO stuff, you got to be really, really specific on your words because you can't find them. Like there's certain, like I typed in UFO stream of lights, and I got a whole bunch. There's thousands of photos that you can use for a reference photo. You know what I mean? Like there's probably like 20,000 photos online.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like the sky,
think about it. The stream of lights, that's kind of, I mean, that's rather opaque. Anything to fall into that category.
Well, that's the whole thing is because you have to understand too is there's other countries who have technology also. America is not the only one. Like, there's also the newest conspiracy coming out with one of my friends who does research videos about war, and he believes the atomic bomb was invented by the Germans, and this is the reason why all these Nazis got their free pass to live all over the planet. Interesting story.
That's what I would thought.
Yeah, and Little Man and Fat Boy were German weapons, and they made a simple trade, and this is why Japan got nuked in the Second World War because of this technology, and that secret base in Nevada never existed. So maybe it did, maybe it didn't.
Wait
So
a second. Hold on. I didn't have my tinfoil hat on. I didn't know you were going to go there.
Okay. But we don't know the truth because maybe we're not allowed to know what the truth is because maybe we don't have this, we don't have the secret identity cards for us to know certain things. I totally agree. I don't want to know everything, but the story is interesting, right? Like we all love the stories.
We don't know nothing though. Who knows if the world is round or we don't know flat? We don't know nothing. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
I didn't have the internet until about 3 years ago, man. Then I started coming up on like all this kind of stuff, Yeah. And like, who knows what's going on? We don't have no clue,
Well, I'm pretty sure that the dinosaurs invented the pyramids. I've concluded that.
I believe the pyramids are over 800,000 years old, and there's other people who agree with me. I went on a panel called the Pyramid Channel. I talked to them, and I made my proof, and there's actually people who believe me, and like they're older. The Egyptians took over and graffitied everything and put their stuff on it because the technologies. There's no way the caskets underneath the pyramid are humongous. You know what I mean? They're made for giants. They're not made for Egyptians to lie in. Do you know what I mean? There's something different about them in the first place. And
they basically put their entire fortune and their entire everything they own into. I mean, it's not just them in the casket, right? It's all that other stuff too.
Well, the Egyptians graffitied it, and then
like the subway.
Yeah. And it's like, there's no way these people could build this. There's no way they could. Because there's...
what is the Sphinx? What is the Sphinx?
Well, the Sphinx is this. They believe the Egyptians they believe it was a dog at first, okay? And the dog's nose fell off, and they believe that they put one of their kings... is the face of the dog now. So it's something broke. They changed it around. But there's other people who believe that it's much older than 10,000 years old. There's people who believe it's 100,000 years old. There's people who believe it's much older than that.
I always thought it was a cat. I always thought they worshipped cats.
No, it's a dog if you look at it, because of the paws and everything else.
It's a cat. It's a dog. It's a cat.
Yeah, we don't know what it is.
Cat dog.
We don't know what it is pretty much because
It's a bear. It's a lamb.
The scientist who's researching it, like who does all the research, he could say whatever.
Well, that's what I was saying about with everything. All we know is what they tell us, and you can't trust any of them.
I don't. You know why? Because if there's photos and you're with, you got someone like, I wasn't a friend of his, but you're standing next to him in a photo several times.
If you're in Russia and you're in elementary school, what do you think you learn about World War II? If you're in Sweden and you're in elementary school, what do you think you learn about World War II? If you're in Germany in elementary school, do you think you learned the same thing that we learned about World War II?
Yes, you do.
I don't know that it's exactly the same indoctrination.
I went to school in Germany. You can't make shit up there. You go to jail. Sorry. You put your hand up in the air and do a Nazi salute, that's 12 years in prison. Trust me, you can't do stuff like that. They don't.
But what I'm getting at, though,
I know what you're getting at, but yeah, I know what you're getting at. But there's different teaching patterns on how they teach on winning the war and everything else.
Yeah, and when you get down into the nitty gritty, into the details,
You want to hear nitty gritty? If you drive a Ford car, guess who made all the German torpedoes for the Second World War? Ford.
Henry Ford.
Yeah, you know why? Because Germany, after the First World War, all the corporations were seized by the American government. Okay, so that means America, or the American rich people, or government, pretty much made money off of everything made in factories in Germany during the Second World War, and then we used it on everyone else. So there's torpedoes, and I didn't notice. Someone brought attention to me. The torpedoes have, of course, the stamp on the back with the swastika and the eagle, and below it has a Ford logo on it.
Yeah, but does it have the swirly F or the straight F? That's what I want to know.
It just says Ford. It's the Ford logo. It's tiny, but you can see the Ford logo.
You know, like it, but the F.
The Mandela effect with the slide. It has the slidey F in it.
Okay. All right.
So there's certain companies, like most of the companies, were seized after the First World War.
Well, I've heard that. I know what you're referring to.
Yeah, and most of those companies were manufacturing military trucks, tanks, and they were American-owned companies.
Yeah, the military-industrial complex has been around since the age of industrialization.
That means we've been double played. Okay, that means we've been suckered.
That's just one of countless examples, my friend.
It's the second one.
One of countless examples.
Okay, now, did you know that due to German immigration, that if German immigration was tighter, Hitler would have never became into power?
I did not know that.
Because he was Austrian, he wasn't German. Okay, if the Germans would have said, okay, no immigrants can, join into government or anything like that, or can't even can't be voted into government. You have to be born in Germany. Okay, like the American policy. Hitler would have never came to power. It's because of the German immigration policy that Hitler came to power.
Yeah, and it was his. He became popular too, due to his ability to win over, all of the people too. I mean, he said some. He made some speeches.
But
he understood how to use propaganda to his advantage long before propaganda was even a thing.
You know the real name of the Nazi Party?
I don't know the real name of the
The
Nazi party.
National Democrats Workers' Party.
That
Okay.
sounds legit to me.
Okay. Now you have to understand is this: they never came to power if the First World War would have ended properly in peace. The problem is
Yeah, because then Germany was all of a sudden like basically the poorest country in the world, right?
yeah, because they got everything taken away from them, right? So now everyone's angry because now their money's worth nothing; it's worth shit. They can't
Which
buy
goes
anything.
back into the whole him being against the whole Rockefeller money scheme thing,
Well,
the banks and whatnot.
I listened to his speeches because I did some research, and there's a bunch of speeches from another channel. I had to go to DuckDuckGo to go to this website, and all the speeches, and he's talking about the New World Order. Why are you talking about the New World Order? Okay?
Yeah, basically the banking system where they had already tied up every country
but he's
being in
talking,
one financial system, right?
right, and that's what he's talking about because he was New World Order. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, and
He's talking about it.
we're still fighting it today. I mean, granted, we're losing, but we are still fighting that battle today.
Well, that's I always say is because there's a language barrier with certain things, and I can understand that. And a language barrier is probably the hardest thing to understand because you don't understand certain things. So I can't tell Sagi, hey, watch this channel in Germany because you don't understand it, right? Like that's simple.
Well, no, I honestly, again, but I agree with you more than I disagree with you.
No, I know. Yeah. And I think we've been lied to for years, not just like I think we've been lied to since the 1700s. Like
Yeah,
big time, or even longer.
for sure.
I'll agree to that. Yeah.
You know, we get lied to all the time, and that's just because it's secret societies and secret orders, and there's many of them because people just, oh, it's the Freemasons. No, it's not. It could be any. Like there's the Club of Seven. There's
God, I
different.
missed this one. This is,
You know,
that's what I call them all the time. Leon Spinks.
yeah, Leon
You know,
Spinks.
Leon Spinks.
But like we don't know the truth. I don't think we'll ever know because they don't. You're not in the club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just one of
It's
the
a
things.
big club, and we're not in it.
Not in it. Yeah. And they got secret.
In this club, though,
Mhm.
in this club, I bet they're all banging their heads to what is love, baby? Don't hurt me.
Well, I researched a whole bunch because I was going to do another show with Armor Up.
Cool.
Okay, and I did a whole bunch of research on a couple of these clubs, and there's ones that are really strange. I actually broke down a whole bunch from the Freemasons, which is kind of odd because if you're married to a Freemason, guaranteed he cheated on you. If you're a female, that's a guarantee because they have
Prostitutes.
yeah, but they're some of the women. There's women Freemasons also. Okay, but they have their own organizations. There's actually children ones too, so that's really creepy.
Oh man, that is creepy.
There are Christian organizations and there are non-Christian organizations. They have a Bible on their altar, so they have an altar.
An altar.
Yeah. Okay, so that's not a church. Sounds like a church to me.
Yeah.
But there's things that they keep secret because they do they do a lot of stuff that we wouldn't agree to.
Right.
Okay, it's just like okay, when I went to school, I went to a private school when I was younger for a year at a 7-day Adventist school. Okay, 7-day Adventists celebrate on Saturdays. They go to church on Saturdays. Okay. They don't eat pork, so they eat like a Muslim, pray like a Jew kind of thing. I call that right. They have different beliefs. Okay. They believe in this one person. This is how it's going to be, and this is you have to take oaths and everything. I refused to take any oaths in that place. That's why they hated me. So they would have the other kids bully me because of that. Okay, this is in grade 3. If you said something wrong, they would try to slap you or hit you in the head with something. They like these are cults. Okay. and it's just like Scientology and Mormonism. Like, here's a strange thing you might not know about the Mormons. You know how you have sexual relations with your wife, and they don't hump, they dock. So they dock. So that means they just put it in and don't move around.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
So that's strange, right? Like
your sound cut out just as you were saying that. And,
okay.
We missed it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So they dock. Docking, they call it docking. Okay, so that means they just
Well, what's the dock?
docking. Like docking.
yeah,
They
that's
call
what I mean. That's what I call it. You know.
it- yeah, but
I
you
mean-
move around.
Oh.
So
So
don't
docking is then just
put it
in
in.
there,
Don't move.
motionless.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
In their
how would that
secret
even work? Like
I don't
mean,
know. I don't know. And I don't even believe the story half the time. I'm going, what? What the heck? Because there's this other platform I was on, and they were talking about. And I go, what the heck are they talking about? So most of these religions and churches are occultists. It's has nothing to do with Jesus or anything like that. Okay, and that's why I always tell people: be careful what you get yourself into. Don't follow everything. Because it's not, you're following the false god. That's someone this and this. Like you remember the Kool-Aid Man? Like
Yeah, Jim Jones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Like there's mental cases like that. You know what I mean? And people follow them. I don't
Jim
know why
Jones
people,
and Heaven's Gate, people like that.
Yeah, and I don't understand why people follow people like that. It doesn't make any sense. You must be.
Yeah, I don't even think when you have like these mass shooter type guys, you should even say their name on the news, because then people worship or strange people want to mimic them or copycat them or
Sagi,
think that
they'll
I'll become famous if I do this. I think their name should be never spoken on the news at all. Their images shouldn't be shown or nothing.
No. You know what, Sagi? Can I ask you a question? And this is a really good question. I was going to ask you this. Are you married right now? Do you have a woman right now?
Oh no, I'm 100% single, ready to mingle, my friend.
Why are there people on death row getting marriage proposals from women?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? I wouldn't want a marriage proposal from any one of those women.
What women? What women?
Hey, you know what I have to say to that, don't you?
So true. Because listen, you could
fuck them.
That's what I had to say to that.
It's true, because look how toxic. Bad boys get the women. Bad boys get the women. Right? Okay? Bad boys always get the women. That's just how it is.
Yeah, well, I would rather be celibate than be married to a woman who's writing letters to serial killers in prison.
But they are, and they're in droves. What was that guy? The son of Sam, whatever.
Oh yeah,
he got
Didn't he get married in prison?
Yeah, he got 400 women were going to marry him.
Oh no! Wow. Yeah.
Okay, and it's like what in the world is going on with like certain groups of individuals who would even do that?
Well, if you think about, you talk about occultists, you think about Charles Manson, and Charles Manson didn't actually kill anybody. He manipulated all those women to do it for him.
Yeah, and there's another guy who's really into the cult.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like really strange people. Guess who's in the occult? Hollywood people.
Right.
Who did he kill? Hollywood people.
Yeah.
Okay. I know it sounds strange, but how many women were following him?
Lots,
right? So then you bring up people like politicians, like Hitler and stuff. Why did people follow him? Occultism. It all has to do with the people following the bad people. If you're big and strong like a wrestler, like what's his name? The Undertaker. The Undertaker. People love the Undertaker, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And he's like the bad boy. He's like the bad guy. He's like the really creepiest guy on the whole wrestling thing, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, because people follow the darkness more than they do the lightness. Do you know what I mean? That's always going to be like that. Women like bad boys. They like the guys in the bad cars and like like the muscle cars or something like that. The big trucks. They like stuff like that. The tattoos and everything else. That's just how it is. If you're plain Jane, you're boring. That's just how it is. And you pay.
I watched Grease. I know how it works, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I know.
That was good.
Grief.
Yeah, but we all know that if you pay attention to, you try to hunt a woman and follow her, it never works out. If you pay no attention to her, she needs the attention. She'll grab.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's a working. I mean, there is lots of evidence of that being true. However, there's also the light side. If you live yourself in a righteous manner and you have righteousness all over you, you can get a righteous woman to pay attention to you as well. And that is a real thing that does occur.
Yep.
I'll say this though. I'll say this on Lotar's behalf though.
Yeah.
Is the more like if you're interested in a woman, if it's someone you like been pining over for years or whatever, and you tried everything to try to get her, just ignore her for like several days and several weeks, and you know what? She'll eventually come to you.
That's how it is. I know.
Yeah.
It sounds weird. I gave a woman flowers one time, and she never saw her again in my life. I didn't want her. She was annoying. And my brother-in-law goes, "Go get her flowers and a romantic card, and take it to her work." I go, "Oh, I won't take it to work. I'll take it, like I'll meet her for coffee and I'll give her flowers." Give her flowers. And this woman was the most annoying person in the world. She wouldn't leave me alone because I ignored her, right? And that's why. I gave her flowers and going, "I'm interested in marriage, blah, blah, blah." Never saw her in her life. I think she moved to another city. It's true. I can't figure that one out. I cannot figure that one out. Like, it's the strangest. It's the strangest pattern. If you're married to a woman, you can give her flowers. That's completely different. Okay, but not while first dating. You know what I mean? It's kind of odd. I mean, it sounds strange, but that's the same thing. That's
some of that's because girls want to prove to themselves that they're pretty, and they want to prove to themselves that they can pull that.
Yeah, but when I was single, I'd go into the bar and I would say, "I want to fuck you, stupid." Okay, I'll see you later on, and I'd get her in my sack in the bed, no problem. If I was nice to her, "You want a drink? You want a drink? Hi, you want to talk to her all nice and everything. Forget about you. Ignore you.
What's your sign?
Yeah, what's your sign? Like forget about it. You talk to him. You talk to him what your real intentions are, and your intentions will become true. That's how strange the world is. I can't figure it out. It's just how it works.
You will get laid that night, but you're not going to meet your future wife. At least hopefully, I mean, if that's your future wife, because you're going to have to worry about her next time she goes out to the bar without you.
Don't talk like a simp, though. That's a simp talk, okay? You're giving them everything. Don't talk like a simp. That's what.
Yeah, no. I'm going to get laid that night, but I just guarantee you, I'm not going to put a ring on that finger.
Yeah, but you won't keep that woman either, even if
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're not really getting anything of value.
Yeah, you're not. Find something with value. I'll give you $1 million if you find something with value right now. Good luck. The world has changed.
Well, I have been lucky. I've been lucky to find someone like that. I got to say.
You're lucky. I still have mine for 23 years.
Huh?
I still have mine for 23 years.
Oh. Yeah, cool.
It'd be hard to get rid of her.
Well, this one, I mean, we were high school sweethearts, and we just recently reunited.
Oh, okay.
So,
you're lucky.
And very.
If you get along, you get along, right?
Huh? Oh yeah.
If if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I always say don't get too attached. I know it sounds rude, but don't get too attached. And then they stay around. They stay around.
Yeah, well, I'm going to
what was that, Sagi?
I was just going to say, you've given out such sound advice so far. I mean,
Wait a minute, there's YouTube videos. There are YouTube videos, okay, of guys, don't be a simp. That's one of them. There's one that's called Simp.
Yeah, it's such good advice.
No, there's like a whole bunch. Yeah, there's guys who say, like there's YouTube videos. I've watched about, I think, 1,000 of them already because they're hilarious. And there's guys who don't pay attention to these women. They're dog awful ugly. You know what I mean? And these women are just all over them because they're not paying attention to them. Because these women want the attention. It's like that attention grab. They want their 15 minutes of fame. And if they don't get it, you pay a little attention to them.
I noticed it's a lot like that on TikTok.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and then the dating apps are atrocious. I mean,
they're bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
When I was single and I used to do dating apps, it was funny. You'd scroll through them, and then it's like you come across one where there's either two women in there or a woman and her old boyfriend, and it's like, okay, well, the one with the two women, it's like, okay, well, which one are you? First of all,
I wrote one for a friend of mine, okay, because he put stuff on there, and he says I'm not getting any people to click on me, okay, and I wrote one for him. Okay, and I wrote like the nastiest crap on there. He's got nothing but dates, and the women pay for his dates.
I would love to see a video series with the masked YouTuber on a dating app and see what kind of action he gets.
Hey, well, you know what I'm doing on that Center Broken Breaking Action channel is I put on my wrestling mask, and I tell these girls, they all come to me, and I talk to them for a minute. I was doing this is a big old story now. I was doing this other thing where, this video game thing where my grandma was my manager, and I've been keeping that up for the people who know about the inside joke. So these girls hit me up. I tell them I have my grandma pick them up. I tell them my grandma's leaving for the night. You want to come over? And then they'd send me nasty pictures and all this. I tell them I want them to eat ice cream and poop, and they're all down to come over and do it. That's what that whole channel's about, is those conversations.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
How crazy is that?
That's awesome.
I got all kinds of nudie pics on my phone because they all send me their little, titties and stuff.
That's hilarious. That's exactly what that's hilarious. Yeah.
I come off like a nerd. I'm all like, I ask my grandma if you can come over, and I say stuff like that, and then they go with that, and then that turns to eating ice cream and pooping for me. And they go along with it, and they want to come over.
Oh no,
that's awesome.
Damn.
You see, because he's not boring. He doesn't play with in that old-fashioned 1950s.
They ask me for a picture, and I send them a picture with my mask on, and they tell me I'm handsome.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, is your mask handsome?
Maybe it is.
Yeah. I mean,
you know how you get the hot ones though? You put your mask on with no shirt. And you hold
there's hot ones. Yeah, no shirt too. I'm all fat, and I sent them no shirt. I got these new pictures on me in an ice cream cone. It's ridiculous.
Oh man, that's crazy.
They like creepy shit. They love.
Well, you guys are welcome to keep this conversation going. He-Bro, are you wanting to keep this going? Because I got to sign off. I mean, I got to go. I got to get up early in the morning. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's 11. It's 12 o'clock here. Thanks, guys, for having me on. I'm out of here. Thank you, chat room, for listening to our crap.
Yeah,
I'll see you on Tuesday.
Nice talking to you guys.
You too. I'll see you on Tuesday on Scared Performance Channel.
All right.
Alrighty. So I hope you're there, because it's going to be his first time back with the whole crew again and everything else.
Wow.
Okay, boys. Have fun.
All right. Adios.
Keep your stick on the ice.
Good night. All right. Well, there you have it, guys. Bone Breaking Action, would you like to say any last words or plug your channel in any way?
No, I'm all good, man. It's nice talking to Sagi in real life. And
yeah,
nice talking to you again. You know, last time you had me on, it was my birthday. My birthday is like a week away, and I was thinking it'd be nice to come on here again. So I'm just going to count this as that little coming on here and talking to you again once a year. And I came to talk to you for 2022 or wherever the hell we're at.
That's awesome, though. I'm glad we were able to squeeze it in there before your birthday. Happy birthday.
We're on the same time, so that's cool. You know, I was thinking about that tonight. It just all dawned on me. I was saying your name Sanji back then instead of Sagi because I was learning Spanish back then, and that That's how you pronounce the A's, and that's why I was saying your name so stupid like that.
It's
That
all
just
good,
all-
my friend. It's
that
all
just-
We
good.
had a lot of good
That just all
material.
dawned on me tonight.
We had a lot of good material on that. I know I did some some Mandela family videos with you in them, by the way.
I seen in the Mandela video. Yeah,
Yeah,
I seen all those
yeah,
with I'm whatever Bane is his name, right?
yeah, Bane, yeah.
Yeah. No, I had him on my channel for a while.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
All right,
man.
you want to let's let Bone Break in Action give the room a shout out
Hey, there
in
you go.
Bone Breaking
Yeah.
Action voice.
Well, I don't have my chat, so I can't do no shout outs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can go to chat right here on the screen. See at the bottom there it says chat.
Yep. I bet you I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna try it though. Are you guys there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're here.
Well, I can't get to it. We'll just say Michael Fontaine. That's good
Michael
enough, huh?
Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Say, Michael Fontaine was here. Fellow fires out there somewhere. Go kart bombs out there somewhere. I don't fucking know the rest.
There you go.
There's the Bone Breaker appearance for the night.
Yeah, that'll definitely do. What do you say, bro?
Well, I DD74.
DD74 is in the house. All right.
Yeah, he's in the house along with in the studio. He mentioned Go Kart Bob. I don't want to step on his performance. Sweet Connie Joe, who left probably a long time ago. And yeah. So Bone Breaking Action got it right, man.
I just guessed I didn't
lying.
get to my chat.
I'm lying. Eddie Von Keen with a wrench. He was in here too.
Yeah, you can see the chat, Bone Breaking Action. If you go, you see it says mic, cam settings, chat.
Yeah, and then that took me to Sanji and He-Bro. It's all good.
Yeah,
All right.
I guess that was good enough.
sure.
Oh, yeah, you did great. Awesome. You did great. I just want you to know you can read the chat.
I just got there just now. Yeah, I got there just now.
Yeah. Go ahead. You say the name.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I was just about to say, fucking, how am I supposed to say that one? Ouroboros! But the gets.
Hey, that's a good try. And you did it fast too, so people know that you messed up, So
But
that's
we
trick.
all know he was saying Ouroboros, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Now, how is it that you say it correctly, but I always have a hard time with it?
I don't know.
Well,
And then in the Bone Breaking Action voice, did I say Philo Fire or what is it? Philo Fire?
Philo Fire, yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
But
I'm gonna go, man, before I start cussing, and it's time to go anyway. And I'm gonna hang this thing up, man.
all right.
All right. Good
All
night.
right, man. Thanks for having me. Good, bud. You guys are great.
All right.
Man.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right. Well, there you have it, and he's still here.
I'll
You
shut
probably-
the phone off and tell him to get this shit off. Later, sorry.
Well, you know what I say, Bone Breaking Action. Here's what I say to all that. How come it's not playing? I don't know.
Fuck them.
Yep.
Yeah. So that puts a dot on all of it. Well, good night.
All right. Good night.
And the next time we will be on, I guess we're not doing a Taco Tuesday since Scarab's going to be on. But maybe we'll see you guys on Thursday. And by the way, before I go, one last thing. I did a poll earlier to see if you guys would like to see more live streams and what day or time you'd like to do that. And it looks like Saturday won. I think it was like 80% last time I checked it. So you guys voted, and we're going to start doing live streams, not every Saturday, but whenever the mood strikes us on Saturdays in the late afternoons. So there was that announcement. And with that being said, please remember to hit the like button on your way out, and we'll see you guys next time we see you guys. Good night, everybody. Take care. Thanks everyone for participating and watching. We'll see you next time.
Well, it's time to say goodbye, folks. Adios. So long. See you next time. Don't forget to watch Shifty Sunday, Taco Tuesday, and Slap Your Butt Saturday. Every week, we have a new live stream headed your way. And of course, I put videos only about every other day on the channel, by the channel. So, remember folks, snakes don't always bite, but when they do, get a .22 revolver and shoot their ass. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. Do.
Hey, Charlie, what are you doing over there?
I'm eating a chili dog.
Oh,